Thursday, the 8th of June. Welcome. Are we still live?
Yes, we are.
Good morning, darlings. It is Thursday, the 8th of June. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture, as defined by you guys, B Culture. I am one of your hosts, your favorite Shade Queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That is right. How are we doing this morning?
I'm right, man. Can't complain.
Love that, love that.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank
Can't
God.
complain either.
We thank God.
If I can, but I just choose not to. People can't drive, you know.
There's animals around, you know.
And you know what it is, yeah? I would say I'm not patient. Okay. I'm selectively patient.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can give patience and grace for things that you probably wouldn't expect me to give.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to stupidity, I have zero tolerance. I honestly have a strict zero tolerance policy for foolishness. I hate it. It's wild, yeah. But even with kids, you should know better. Be smart.
Mm-hmm.
That is the vibe I'm on. So whenever like people do some dumb stuff to me in like driving wise, I just want to run into them. I just want to drive into them. If there was no consequences, whew, I just drive into them and then drive off. Or like have a bat in my car, cut them off quickly, and just smash the window, just make them scared.
Make them
And
scared.
be like, have a nice day. And get back in my car and go.
I mean, quite a few people do that, though.
People do.
They end up somewhere, though.
Always, depends.
That's
you
true.
can get away with it.
That is
You
very
scare
true.
them straight, they would never go to the police.
Yeah, yeah.
But
What happened this time?
two things happened. As I left my house, it was a roundabout, and this man just decided to just go. Just go. And the thing is, he went after was already halfway into the roundabout. So really, truly, if I didn't have my wits about me, I would have crashed into him. Now you're dead, you're acting confused. That's not my fault. Second guy, you know when you're going into the Rotherhithe tunnel, there's two lanes. People are so dumb because there's two entrances into the tunnel. People would quickly race and be on the left side.
Yeah.
Then when they see that there's a queue, because everyone had the idea of the left side, they quickly cut into the right. But my thing is, I'm easy. Just apologize. Just quick 2 seconds hazard, and I know all is well. It's this man had the audacity to quickly cut in front of me, and literally, like by 2 centimeters, and he hit my car. And when I beeped, he rolled his window down. I said, I know you're lying. There's no way you're rolling your window down when you're in the wrong. And I said, you're a bitch. That's what you are.
Good.
You're a bitch. That's what you are. I do that sometimes. Depending on how annoying the person has been, I will catch up with you. I will roll my window down and I'll be like, you're a bitch.
Ooh.
That is what I do. I spell it out. I will spell it out to you. I'll be like, you're a damn fool. You're an absolute... Like, I say the words, so you really feel the annoyance that you put in me as I'm driving. I say anything when I'm driving. I'll be honest with you. I fat shame when I'm driving. Lord help you. Lord help you. If there's something that I can physically see, society considers a flaw. Oh, baby, I'm going in on that. I'm going
100%.
I'm going
100%.
in on that. I am letting you know your hairline is at the back of your head. I'm letting you know.
All right,
And that's why I don't like that. I don't like being like that.
Where do you stop though? Where do you stop though?
Okay, so I don't say anything.
Come on.
I don't think I say anything racist.
Allegedly.
But no, I don't say anything racist. I think that's actually where I stop. Like I wouldn't be like, you're a white bitch. I might start doing though. I'm gonna start calling people Karens, even the men.
Yeah, they hate that, you know.
You Karen bitch ass. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start finding synonyms for racism. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that's the thing. That's why I don't like getting angry, because I don't know where I'm gonna go with it. I don't know what's going to happen with this, and I get why people like get angry and commit crimes.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. So by the time the second person annoyed me, I've still got the annoyance from the first person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
But it sounds like you fully decided that you're going to move crazy now, because I would have never thought you'd have called somebody fluffy.
Oh.
So you really let go when it is that you're vexed.
Because you know,
when rage takes over,
it's crazy, Brent.
It isn't crazy. It's probably normal.
Like it's not normal.
It's not normal for me.
Because I'll be like, you look like a donut anyway. Like, I don't know. It just comes out. It just comes out. That's why you cannot annoy me. But it's on the road. It's on the road.
I think you're ready for TDA MVP award, to be honest.
What?
Your hair. You're butterfly now. You can't go back now. You can't go back now. Unshackled.
Go back to what?
Unshackled, don't worry.
Don't clip this up, by the way. I don't want to go. I don't want people in my church saying this. It's ridiculous. But nah, man, that's one thing that will get me like 0 to 100 is just driving foolishness. I hate it so much, man. I hate it.
Do you think you have a temper problem?
I don't think it's a problem.
All
but
right.
I can occasionally have an issue.
Okay.
Let me be honest, man. I think I do. But not in general. Because that's the thing. Because this is the thing. This is the issue. This is why I don't know how to solve the dilemma, because it shows up when you least expect it. So where someone might do something to me, you're thinking, ooh, she's going to go off. I wouldn't. I'd be like, all right, cool, whatever. But it could be like something so little and it's just like, come on, man. That's dumb now. Because sometimes people do some dumb things to me on the road and I don't react. Very stupid things where you could have actually hurt me, but I wouldn't react. But it'd be something silly, and it just depends on the day you catch me, really.
Man, what does your rage look like? How does it manifest?
Verbal abuse, you know. But I kind of just keep it to myself. But you know, it is. I'm one of those people also where it's like, I kind of, if somebody does something stupid, and let's say an accident, like something happens to that person, for example, like that gives me I'm satisfied with that, if that makes sense. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? This is where I let this Holy Spirit convict me. Because sometimes I want to wish people bad. Like the man, the man that rolled the window down. I was like, I hope you have the worst day of your life today. But then I was like, oh, that's very nice, is it? But do you know what's mad? Usually I would be like, oh God, I would pray against him, but actually, no, I don't wish that. But I was like, I don't mean that, but I just let it sit there. I didn't pray against it. I didn't tell God. I just just let it go away. Let it land where it's gonna land. And I was like, I wish I had that. I hope he gets paper cuts today as well.
Was it a white man?
Yeah.
Oh, would it be different if it was a black man?
Yeah, I wouldn't wish black people, because it's already hard enough, man.
It's tough.
Oh, so you can show control if it is that he winds it down and you see a melanated.
Nah, man, you're still a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. It depends. It just depends on the crime and the day you catch me. Today was not a good day to catch me. But, yeah.
Understand.
Foolishness. Anyways. How are you guys doing over there? The group chat couch.
All right. We're good, man. We're good.
That's good. Love that. Well, I have a question for you guys today. What is your favourite thing about your hometown? Let's give an American.
Hometown. Well, as in Nigeria or here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who says hometown?
Yeah. What does that mean, hometown?
Not bad, but I'm guessing where you brought up.
Oh, okay.
Your hood. The area. I don't choose these questions, you know. Bad.
But why don't you choose them then? Because
This is bad.
then we'll say all this.
No, because if I don't choose them,
Yeah.
then it's exciting. Like whatever she spews up.
Oh, bad as a girl.
It's definitely a girl.
I thought it was a little Indian boy.
I'm in her every single day, so it needs to be a woman.
Ew.
Not that progressive yet.
It's So I'm in there every single day.
You sure it's a girl?
You're right. It could be a new gen.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was an Indian boy.
Oh, serious?
Bard. Do you know what I mean? So I've just always assumed Bard was of Indian descent.
It's not bod. It's bad.
Okay, right. What's your favorite thing about your hometown? I'm not doing this morning.
That's in my hometown.
I think mine is the sense of community. But in Nigeria, not here. Like in Nigeria, there's such a sense of community. Like it's actually so, so beautiful. And I love that.
Where's your hometown? You were born in Nigeria, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, where were you born?
Here,
Where?
London, King's College.
I was the same.
Yeah.
Same here.
So you just assumed. Why did you? What made you go with that
Is
first?
King's College an area?
No,
King's
it's a-
College
Hospital is a
Hospital.
hospital.
But where did you grow up? Where did you live?
Nigeria. So I was born here, then I went to Nigeria in time to start school. And then I lived in Nigeria for my school, my education.
When you
and I
said
came back
sense
here.
of community,
Yeah.
which community? What location would that community reside in?
Nigeria, in Lagos, in Surulere.
Hence me saying, okay, you were born in Nigeria, but I understand now. So where? What's it called? Seriba?
Surulere.
Surulere.
Yeah.
Okay.
where
And
Whiskey
you
is
said a
from.
sense of community. Like, what was the sense of community? Like, how did that manifest or display?
It's just a sense of community. It's just a sense of community where people just look out for each other. And obviously, we have got like, I think one thing I always remember though is during Eid, because my granddad was Muslim, and what happens is like everyone kind of shares, like everyone gives each other food. So even though we're all killing cows, sorry to vegetarians and vegans, even though like everyone's killing cows and whatever, you would still give like some of your meat to your neighbor. And I remember that's probably a thing we did where we'd go to like all the like neighbors and I give them food and they
So
would bring
dumb.
as well. And then like they would what's it called? And then it was fun because obviously we get money. It's like, oh, like the happy Eid, and give money and blah blah. So I feel like it's just a sense of community. And like, if something happened within the community, it like affects everybody. Like when my great grandma passed away, listen, you don't need to email anything. Like it was mad. Like literally, I remember an entire road was closed off. And it's so like it was like a whole carnival. That's why I always say it's weird because it's one of the best funerals I've ever been to. It was lit. That was one of the best days of my life. It was a good funeral. It was a fun party. But do you know what I mean? It's like that sense of community is just so. It's so beautiful to see. Like if something happens, if something bad happens, the way everyone shows up for everyone. Like if someone like dies, it's just so beautiful, man. It's really lit.
I guess you don't get that over here, though, innit?
Definitely. Can't.
In Leytonstone, I had that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Back in the day or today as
What's
well?
the difference between Nigeria and Leytonstone?
It's the community stuff.
Is it back in the day or do you think you used to have that today?
It used to be here
Yeah.
when Irish neighbours over there were there, Irish neighbours next door were there, but they've gone now. They've died. So,
Or you don't have to say that to me. Actually, fair, I thought they relocated, so that's fair enough.
yeah, but you just said when people died, it was fun.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
Oh,
Why do you do that?
because I thought you heard. I thought I heard you say that.
Did not. Did not hear that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So now, not in this road. Not in this road. I only know that next door neighbor, and the one past this house. The rest of them are just
Yeah.
travelers. Not
I hope I
travelers
have
as in
that,
travelers,
though.
as in just nomads. Boring.
I think it'd be nice to have that though. Like with your neighbours, like just have that community. I think it's so beautiful.
They have my key.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But all of
That'd
them
be
used to have
lovely.
our keys when the time I'm reminiscent.
Yeah.
on. Yeah, all of them used to have.
And you had theirs as well.
Yeah.
Because you know what's so scary? Like it's because you know sometimes when people die here and like no one ever knows. No one ever like that. Remember the woman that died during COVID?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, there was some fraud going on there because 2 years since died, and then they were taking her rent. They were taking her rent, just taking the rent, wherever. Found out the woman had died 2 years before. I think that's one of the saddest things of society.
Mango. My hometown. That's what
You remember.
favorite part, the mangoes. Yeah. And we used to be able to pick
You
it
from
from
Oh, you're talking about?
Trinidad. I'm born in Trinidad. I'm
You
actually
don't hear
Trinidad.
picking of mangoes from no trees around here.
No, I thought he was saying his hometown's called
Not in
Mango.
Leighton. Oh, no.
I thought he's from an end called Mango. I was just
To be
have to double
fair,
check.
that is on brand for you. You look like you be from a place called Mango.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's just double checking. That's what I thought. I
Yeah,
heard.
thanks. Thanks. I was born in Cuba.
Do you know,
Where?
mangoes back
We
home
grew
is
up in
slap
Cuba.
there.
Cuba.
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 Mm.
Do you know the name of the hospital? They born it.
Yes.
If you say it's like Cuba Community Hospital.
Point Hope.
Point Hope.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
Were you all born there? You and your siblings?
I don't know about me.
On brand. Yeah.
Yeah, they might have been born there, but I just haven't.
You just don't care.
No, it's not that I don't care. I haven't had to find out,
Yeah.
so I haven't retained it.
Fair.
Mount Hope. That's it. Not
Mount
Point
Hope. Is it Point Hope?
Oh, he was born in the mountain.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
You said Mount Hope.
Mount Hope,
Yeah, that-
Hospital.
not mountain.
Oh,
What's going on with everyone's ears this morning? Y'all can see, but can you hear?
so when they say Mount something, that don't mean like a mountain.
No.
I think some from Venus's country.
Where's Venice from?
Oh, the small island. Where is it again?
Guadeloupe.
No.
Is
Good
it,
water.
Huh?
Montserrat?
Good water.
Montserrat?
No, that's not that one. It's
Definitely is Montserrat.
Is it? No, it's not Montserrat. It's St. Kitts.
He's not from St. Kitts.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not telling you. Obviously, you would know.
Ain't that what he
Yeah.
said? He didn't say Montserrat. He said St. Kitts. or
I
something,
thought he
didn't
was from the same country that
Woodsy's from.
Woodsy's from. Is he?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Because that's what I heard him say.
It might be a little bit. It might be like Montserrat
tiny bit?
and St. Kitts or something.
Yeah, just
Might
tiny
be
bit.
like 3/4 each. But I don't think he's got one of them proper countries in him.
He's one of the mountain. That's a mountain.
What Montserrat?
That's a mountain.
I was told Montserrat was kind of gone. Like, it was-
Ain't Mount
it was gone.
Everest a mountain?
Yes.
See, there you go. Where was you born? Mount what?
Mount Hope Hospital.
There you go. See. So the confusion.
Sorry, where did you say? Where did you say you were born?
The confusion is still alive.
I was King's College.
King's
Oh,
College.
so you was born in
You guys
college?
are
Hospital.
Is he?
You guys born in uni? No,
Yeah, you could have been born in college. That's what it sounds like to me. He was born in a college. Is it a college?
it's King's College Hospital.
Do they teach there at all?
Medical students, maybe.
Yeah,
So it's a college
On
then?
when they're on placement.
it's not a college.
It's a hospital, baby.
So why is it called that?
They teach as
So
well,
what
but it's
do
not.
we
It's
do?
not. It's not a complete college. It's a hospital. It's a massive hospital. The hospital is massive.
But they must teach there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, it's a college. You was born in a college.
No, but
No.
this is not a thing.
What?
it's not. It's not. It's not a college. It's a hospital that also acts as a small college.
This is it.
So it's a double entendre.
Yeah, I guess.
This is enabled behaviour. Because this is ridiculous.
No, it must. They must. He
but
said
don't-
they teach.
no,
He
but
said they
don't-
teach.
but Don't picture some small little meaty community
Yeah!
building. It's actually massive.
It's massive.
It's proper massive. Yeah.
Like they teach, but barely.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Barely
It's
teach.
like that.
Yeah.
Where's King's College at?
It's in
Lewisham.
Camberwell.
Catford.
Campbell was in it, yeah.
Camberwell / Denmark Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like banging.
Oh, that's a big one, you know.
It's massive.
it's
I think
massive.
we've got like two sides of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's massive, yeah.
One side must be the school.
Okay, right.
You say what's that must be the school?
It's so annoying. All right, what's your favorite thing about your hometown?
Can we use another word apart from hometown?
I know hometown is very
It's
funny.
throwing me off.
It's giving me Lil Nas X.
Hometown.
I ain't got no favourite thing, man. God-forsaken island, man. I hate this place.
This place. What about Jamaica?
He isn't from Jamaica.
In my hometown.
Where is he from?
he
Hackney.
was born in Hackney.
St. Thomas
Okay,
native.
where's
Say what?
St. Thomas native,
Oh.
bro. Come on, man. Small.
they born in church?
St. Thomas is an area in Jamaica. It's a place. But I'm just saying, I'm St. Thomas native, Brent. So I don't know. I don't know why you're hating for my people. Them now, Brown Ladies in St. Thomas right now. Actually, I'm lying. Brown Lady dead a couple years ago, but don't worry.
This is ridiculous.
So let's give my hometown. Let's give it London.
Where are you from though?
What area?
No,
Country.
yeah.
Jamaica.
Okay.
My mum's from Jamaica. My dad's from Barbados.
So you're half Bayesian, half Jamaican.
No, I'm Jamaican.
Why don't you claim the Bayesian side?
It's not. I don't need to claim anything.
I know you don't need to do anything in life. Like, I know. You never have to tell me that. But why don't you reference the Bayesian side? You just don't.
Because I'm Jamaican.
Fair. I hear it. That's fair, actually, to be fair.
I lie.
I'm from where my mum is from.
Mm.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you're all from where your mum's from.
And my dad too.
Hmm?
And my dad.
Is your mum and dad from the same place?
Yeah.
There you go, then.
Yeah, I'm from my mum.
Yeah, but you're choosing to negate your dad's place of birth.
What, Barbados?
Yeah.
No, it's because I would do the same if it was like Trinidad or anything like that.
I'm trying to figure out, is it your dad you're trying to disown or Barbados?
I'm not disowning Barbados. I told you my dad's from Barbados.
So why aren't you half Barbados and half Jamaican?
Because I'm half Jamaican.
And half what? What's the other half?
Street.
I'm not half Jamaican, sorry. I'm full Jamaican.
Nah, I caught you. What's the other half?
Too late.
what's the other half?
Nah,
Hackney.
you tricked me.
You can't trick me.
You're a trickster. I'm full Jamaican. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, but why don't you want to acknowledge your Barbados side?
I think that's unfair to say I'm not acknowledging it when I just told the world
That
where my
is-
father's from.
To be fair, that is better than what I do because I don't acknowledge it at all. I don't even make reference to it. It doesn't relate. It's like I hear it. Fair enough.
So, yeah, I don't think it's. I'm not like not acknowledging it.
Yeah, but what's the justification behind it?
I'm of. I don't know.
I feel like the only answer you can give is just because I'm Jamaican. That's the only thing you've got to say, isn't it?
Kind of.
I'm trying to figure out if there's like a deeper rooted reason behind your
Oh no.
dismissal of
Barbados.
Barbados.
Probably just because I've never been.
Okay.
I was just about to ask you that, if you've been.
Hmm?
I was just about to ask you if you had been.
No, been Jamaica though. No, I don't even know.
I'm trying to figure out if is there like an inside joke here? Is this something I'm not privy to? Like, why is this a thing?
I don't know. You are making it a thing.
I feel like it's a thing.
Both. Where are your parents from?
Nigeria.
Both of them.
Mhm.
And you still managed to be Ghanaian, and no one ain't saying nothing. And no one ain't saying nothing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That was really good.
No,
That was really good.
Man
get
said,
me?
Let me divert attention over
manage.
there.
no, but no one ain't saying nothing. So I understand. It's not.
No, but we've already addressed that time and time
Do you
again.
know how funny that is? Okay, you still managed to be Jamaican.
I don't know. You know what it is? I don't know why.
Okay,
I don't know why. It's just
that's a
That's
thing
fair.
Jamaican.
little thing that you do.
I'm not. What? Okay. Because it's all the Caribbean anyway. It's all the same stuff, really. Like obviously, if like Jamaica's like the head of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and then the rest of them are just it's all the same stuff anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Do you agree with that, Brent?
proxy.
All the islands are the same.
It's all the same stuff.
Like after Jamaica. It's Jamaica and the rest.
Is that what he meant?
Mm.
Oh, okay. Why would I agree with that?
I just wondered.
No.
So what?
Maybe you had
You
that in your
see
heart,
Jamaica
yeah.
as the head honcho, basically.
Mm.
Okay.
The Caribbean, yeah.
I guess the same way Nigerians look at Nigeria as the head honcho.
Yeah, so anything after that is just
Yeah.
Sorry,
Others.
was your mother born in Jamaica?
my mum.
Mm-hmm.
I think
No, she wasn't.
she was because my nan. Well, she wasn't actually, but she was conceived.
How do
there.
I know that and you're there guessing?
No, because I always thought that she was born there, but she wasn't. She
Well,
was pregnant. She was.
You'd run
my-
around saying that you were born there. If
My mum was here for a few months before they got born, so she was already conceived. You get me? She was already consuming mangoes. You get what I'm trying to say? Intravenously or whatever it may be, but so she was conceived over there, so that's what that counts, isn't it?
Okay.
If you had a flight, if you was somewhere for if you was born there, if you was here,
Yeah.
had your baby, was here for 9 months, and then in the 9th month you like, went away on a plane and the baby dropped somewhere else, would you still say your baby was English?
You mean we landed or you mean in the air?
Like landed.
No, because I heard that it's a certain airline, right? If your child is born in the air, then your child is from wherever the plane was over.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
So what, you'd have to register it in that country or something?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Is that facts?
I heard it somewhere. Yeah, heard it somewhere. But to answer your question, my child would. It depends how long we stay at that place for.
Ever.
Forever. Yeah, if we're there forever, then yeah, my baby's from wherever we landed. But if I'm there for a day or something and I come back, then the man child's from England.
Okay.
I mean, I think being from somewhere is more than just the place that you were born.
Yeah.
Especially if you didn't spend any time there.
Yeah. It's just the place you're born.
Yeah. If you're,
So you could be born somewhere but not really be from there.
Yeah.
of course.
Hence Nigerian.
Hence, Jamaican. I'll make the rules.
If I was born in, I don't know, Turkey on a holiday, I'm not going to say I'm from Turkey.
Yeah, fair play.
You know what I mean?
Although you would have a Turkish passport.
You could get dual
I
nationality.
would, yeah.
Even if you're born there, you don't get passports for babies. Well,
You can claim dual nationality.
so how my baby get out? So you're telling me the baby can't. So if I give birth, say I gave birth in Turkey, baby needs a passport for me to take the baby back, bring the baby back here.
I think so.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, for a week, I haven't got time for that.
You just taking the.
It's my baby. It came from my stomach. I want to put it back in there and then put it back out when I get back.
So, oh, you mean if you just went on holiday?
Yeah,
Yes, I went on holiday, but
Okay,
then I
okay.
delivered the baby there.
Okay.
Does the baby need a passport to come back with me?
No. That's just no. Surely not. I thought you meant like, say you was living in Turkey and you wanted to move back to the UK or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. The baby
Yeah.
need a passport, yeah.
But how, for what age? If it was like the baby was 2 months old, it doesn't look like that. You can't put that bit on a passport. You can only get a passport from a certain age. So what would you do? Babies don't even look alike. You could get any picture and say it was a baby, so you wouldn't need a passport.
I think
No, but
it's,
that's
I
why
think
you
it-
need.
I think it's more so the birth certificate, innit? That you have to get from that country. I don't think the passport will have to be from that country. I don't know,
Not too
man.
sure.
I'm just guessing. I'm assuming.
But this is why
kids don't need. You don't need to travel. You don't need passports to travel with kids until they're up to the age of.
No, you do.
Oh, they changed it now.
Yeah, I think so. I've always known that. Well, I thought that you needed a passport.
No, from when they're like 2 or something or 3 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Before
They don't have to
two,
travel.
no, before 2, you need a passport.
You need it because then,
Yeah.
boy, you could kidnap anybody.
But that's why, because they changed so much after 2, that's why you got to get a new one.
Ain't that like in like the last decade or something like that? When I was young, you didn't need.
Maybe it's the last second, but you definitely need a passport. Like when they're.
I feel like you always need a passport there.
That's what I was thinking.
Because you could just traffic hella kids.
Oh, basically, wait there.
You can
Identity,
still
innit?
take anybody's baby.
They don't have to pay for no flights though till they're 2.
You don't
Oh,
get
is that
seat
what it is? They
there.
don't
I
travel.
think that's what it is.
You don't get a seat
They
there.
don't. No.
No, see.
No.
They pay for
Oh,
the
so they need a
baby's seat.
passport, but you don't have to pay for their travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, till they're like 2.
Because I'm going to be carrying them the whole time. What do I look like carrying a baby on my lap for an 8-hour flight? It's ridiculous. That's why Chica did what she did. Smart. All right, well, okay, there's nothing else to talk about people's hometowns.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a face mask?
I was going to ask.
That thing on your wrist.
What do you mean?
Why do you have it?
COVID.
No,
You know what?
you walked in. Do you put it when it is you get in your car? You put it on?
I wear it all the time, but I don't know when I'll wear it.
What?
I don't know when I'm gonna put it on.
When did you put it on today?
I haven't worn it today.
So, all right, so,
You asked, just...
so you woke up and you put it
Character.
on your wrist like a bangle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I thought it was a headband, you know. I was thinking, where were you last night? Yeah.
So just in case.
COVID, baby.
To be fair, it does kind of fall in line with your dress code this week. It's giving mysterious. It's giving... it's giving mysterious ghost.
And active.
Yeah, like... It's ridiculous. All right, well...
What hospital was you born in?
Mother's Hospital.
Okay.
I thought you were born Mount... Oh, that was him.
On a mountain. That was Brent.
Sorry, who? Where? Morvers?
Mothers.
No, Movers. Now you can't.
Mothers.
Now you can't speak.
I didn't hear what you said.
Mothers.
I thought you said Marvin's, you know.
I said Mother's Hospital.
Mothers.
Yeah, man.
That was called mothers.
That sounds like a small hospital.
Did they just do deliveries there?
No, but no, it's a top quality hospital, you know.
Yeah, I'm not denying the quality. I'm just wondering. It's called mothers.
Mothers sounds like a small
So it's,
little hub.
yeah, it's like a niche.
Yeah, a little niche place. Mothers.
Effectively, it's like private.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's small, it's niche.
I don't think it's,
No, but it's
but is it
specialized.
only for mothers? Is that all they do there? Deliver
If
babies?
it's private, it's definitely
Maybe.
niche and
I think
small.
so.
Very niche.
Yeah,
I don't,
mothers.
I don't think it was private.
If it's called
No, but
mothers,
it's
you're not
like
trying to get any
it's
other
like
customers.
private in terms of like I guess the amount of attention they get.
Because it's called mothers. They're not
Yeah.
trying to attract any of our customers.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we all came out like.
It's not there anymore.
It's not flex. That's why.
Of course it ain't there.
Of course, it's not there anymore.
Why?
They weren't getting services.
How? Babies are born every day.
They're called mothers. Yeah.
They've
But
changed
open
it.
your mind wider to that than that.
They've changed it to birthing people.
All right. Let's get to our first headlines.
It's a-
Grand.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Mother's Hospital, Salvation Army. It was a Salvation Army thing.
Oh, stop it. It's a
Yeah,
charity
exactly.
hospital.
Oh,
Clapton.
And you think that's kind of like
Wow,
private?
Salvation Army thing.
You said that was kind of like private.
How they
Do
didn't
you
have
know
the
private
In terms of the
hospitals?
treatment.
Where does the Salvation Army get their resources from?
Salvation.
What do you mean?
The army, innit?
From the army?
Yeah, Salvation Army.
What? It's not from the army. It's not from the army.
What?
It said Salvation Army.
Where do they get their resources from?
The army.
So there's big bread then.
How people are going to kill me soon? I cannot deal with this.
If it's the army gets,
Salvation Army
but the budget, the armed forces is big budget. So that's not just checking. So if you're saying it's from the army,
Right.
then it's big bread they're dealing with.
If that's what you want to claim, man.
That's what you're definitely
Claim
claiming
it,
because
claim
isn't
it.
it a charity? You get it from the public.
I asked you. You told me something. I don't know. I asked you where did they get their funding from? You said the army.
You're born,
public.
you're born in a charity. At a charity building,
Charity.
at a charity complex.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Charity means that people just giving it to them. So it could still be top quality charity. It could be top quality care, but they're giving to people.
Yeah, people that volunteer.
Nah, I'm interested if you see that's top, that's top quality.
Nah, trust me.
Oh, so you're talking about so all charities
You
are
lot-
subpar.
you lot re-
you all had volunteers
First of all-
delivering your babies?
All charities are subpar.
First of all, yeah.
I'm just letting you. I just want to know the message that you are spending. Like, all charities subpar, basically,
I'm
and low
actually-
quality.
You
Is that just quickly?
They all tease.
You were
Listen.
given birth by
Notice.
suffragettes, bruv. Allow me.
That's fine.
Jets.
That's fine, but you obviously stay wherever you're saying. Just stand on it. Our charities subpar
I have-
and bad quality. That's what they are.
100%.
That's what
All,
going
all
with.
thieves.
Oh,
Alright, Brent said
All
it.
thieves.
Brent said
Oh,
it.
thieves. Oh, thieves.
Brent said it. You gonna
You
go
can't
with that?
threaten me. 'Cause
I'm
first of
not
all-
threatening. Where's no threat there?
No. Let me tell you why. Because you are very loud, audible when you say like so all charities
I
are
lie.
Flip. They're meaty. Yes, some of
Save
them
the
are.
last dance, heaven ass.
That's actually all of them.
All of them
thieves.
wouldn't be.
Hmm?
Because
All
Bill
of
Gates
them
got some
thieves.
charities.
Exactly. So,
They're in support.
so are you saying it's not possible for it to be of a good quality and high standards because it's a charitable service? That's what I was asking. That's what I'm checking.
Charities aren't subpar, but the place you were born was. And that's the statement I'm getting.
That's in that.
Fair play. Fair play.
Nah, you lot don't know. That's right, man.
You don't know. You guys don't know.
It's a top quality hospital. 100%.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
It's now a
because
market square.
because of people like Labour take away funding.
Government funding.
Give it to people who don't want to work.
Cutbacks.
They
It
had
doesn't
to
even
say-
look like a hospital. It looks like a
It's a delusion.
like a house.
Is it? I ain't even seen it.
It's comfortable.
A hub.
Oh, that's just the front of it, but the whole square is behind it, isn't it?
That's definitely like
That's just the
a.
front of the high road. Remember, Mother Square, it's an estate now. Bare people
Yeah.
live there. So it's not just small. Mother Square's a place.
No, I'm not talking about the size. I'm talking about it looks like a detached bungalow. This looks like a house.
Hating.
It's giving charity. It's giving like the people that are there. It is giving Salvation Army actually,
Yeah.
like volunteers.
Yeah.
And
Well,
say if there's no one
based-
available,
based
ain't no
on-
babies getting delivered today.
Based on the black women that gave birth there, it's a top quality.
At least we wasn't giving. You used to give students,
This is what I'm saying.
And we're
Unqualified.
smart,
unqualified students was.
Better the volunteers, mate.
bro.
It wouldn't be.
trust
It
me.
wouldn't be volunteers birthing, delivering. You would understand that because you're a
They'd have
sensible
to
man.
send in the army in Hackney to deliver the children.
You need qualifications to do those things. So you know what I mean, Brent.
Yeah, you need guns.
Don't look like it from that
You're smart
building.
enough to understand that. The volunteers were probably like mopping and that, sweeping halls and that. That's fair. Helping. That's community. That's fine.
Maybe
Giving out
it's-
giving out food and that, giving out sandwiches and
There you
apple
go.
juice and that. That's fine. That's normal.
Yeah.
You ain't got no sense of community. That's why we got here in the first place. We was talking about
Facts.
that. Do you remember? Do you remember? It's all full circle.
I don't have the words. I got nothing to
I'm
say.
good, innit?
No, you're not. Because I'm looking at you. I'm looking at him. He thinks he's cooking. I'm looking
He
at
really
you.
does.
You're shameless, man. I was like,
Like, what are you talking about?
allow
I'm just
us.
saying.
Allow us, man.
Got no sense of community. They'll probably rate it in Nigeria.
They wouldn't.
True, you know.
They're rejecting that salvation. I'm telling you that now.
All right, so
dear.
our first headline. The government has blocked the release of documents which would show the decision-making behind a controversial investigation into the redevelopment of Teesside. Tory MPs voted down the measure tabled by Labour in the House of Commons by 272 to 166. It came after the Levelling Up Secretary, Michael Gove, announced the composition of a 3-person panel which would inspect the Tea Works site. The row was taking place after Labour MPs called for a statutory inquiry into the project in the North East, which the government declined to authorise. Middlesbrough MP Andy MacDonald previously raised concerns about the Tea Works scheme, alleging truly shocking industrial-scale corruption. But instead of commissioning the National Audit Office to look at Tea's work, Mr Gove brought together an independent assurance review in an unusual move. Tea's work is the project which is redeveloping the Teesside industrial site, including the former Redcast Steelworks. There has been controversy over the way the project has been run, including a substantial chunk of the ownership of a company developing the site was transferred from the publicly run Tees Valley Combined Authority, the TVCA, into private hands. Seems like there's some corruption going on. And the next headline takes us to a situation where a Conservative donor has lost his legal action against the ex-Tory MP, Charlotte Leslie, in what a free speech campaign called a landmark victory. Mohamed Amersi says that Miss Leslie defamed him in letters written to influential people in between the years 2020 and 2021. Miss Leslie has claimed that Mr. Amersi was trying to take over the Conservative Middle East Council, which she was then running. But Mr. Justice Nicklin said on Wednesday that Mr. Amersi had failed to prove serious harm had been inflicted on his reputation by the letters, and he struck out the case. This was the second legal action that Mr. Amersi had launched against Miss Leslie. He began a data protection action in 2021, then started a defamation claim. Ms. Leslie said that the judgment spoke for itself, and she was delighted to have this vindication after 2.5 years of legal action against me. Mr. Amersi said that he was bitterly disappointed and was considering an appeal. He added that he had been denied justice. And the last headline, trigger warning here, racism pretty much, and terrorism. And a 17-year-old boy has pleaded guilty to terrorism and criminal damage offences after daubing Nazi symbols on a mural honouring the Windrush generation in South Wales. The teenager from Port Talbot, who cannot be named for legal reasons, appeared before Westminster Magistrates Court, charged with 5 terrorism offences after investigation into his online activities. Those charges included 3 counts of disseminating terrorist material and 2 counts of possessing material likely to be of use to a person committing or preparing an act of terrorism. The other offences were 2 counts of racially aggravated criminal damage to the Windrush mural in Port Talbot and 1 count of homophobically aggravated criminal damage in Cardiff city centre. This guy's 17, you know. He was bailed to allow for a pre-sentence report to be completed and is due to be sentenced on the 21st of August. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into a juicy what you saying topic of the day.
Okay, so today's topic of the day. I'm glad that all the men are in the room today, right? We can discuss this. Obviously, everyone's kind of familiar with women taking birth control, right?
That's right, that's right.
But off the top of your head, guys, right? How do you guys feel about male birth control? You can answer in any way that you
I wouldn't
feel.
mind it as long as it never had any long-lasting negative effects. Like if it reduced sperm count over time, if it made you impotent. So if it never had any negative side effects, I'll be cool with it.
Okay. What if, because I guess like most medication stuff,
Yeah.
you can't always be 100% sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Let's just say it had the similar type of certainty as what the women have, the women take.
Which is what?
I'm not too sure, but basically, I think some people have complained long term about infertility and stuff.
Okay.
It's not a huge number, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But it is something that some women have spoken about.
If it's low risk, if the percentage is low, I know obviously with certain contraception it affects obviously hormones, emotions and stuff like that. But in terms of it affecting fertility, I never really knew that. So if that number's really, really, really low, then I guess I'll be cool.
Okay. Margs, Brent, you lot thinking?
You're
In fact-
asking me first before you ask Margs? I'm the last person you ask. Margs,
Why are you the last person?
because I'm not really here until it is I'm like poked.
Until you are here.
All right, cool.
I ain't using no contraception. I use condoms.
Okay. So condoms is the only thing that that you approve of.
Yeah.
How do you feel about vasectomies?
100%
100% no.
Ain't no way.
But you have enough. I don't know. It's a personal choice, isn't it?
Yeah, but how do you feel about it? Is that something that you consider down the line?
If I had too many kids, yeah.
Okay, cool. So even though they can reverse it, because they can reverse it now, innit? Yeah.
I think I can.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can.
Would you still be against it?
Yeah, the idea of it just doesn't sit right with me, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you would have pop pills to stop thing?
What's that?
I said, but you want to pop pills to thing? That will mess up your
Yeah, but vasectomy is actual surgery. Like, where they
Tie it up, I think.
snip and they chop and they...
It's a quick procedure, though.
It's what?
It's a quite quick procedure. And it's general anesthetic.
Still, man. Pill, you just swallow, man.
Okay.
Easier.
Well, according to a doctor, which Brent, if you don't mind, can get the link up, things are getting better. So similar type of things that women have, like pills and all this type of stuff there, and implants, they're looking at that for men.
That's an Egypt
That's
thing.
lit. That is lit.
Okay, so I knew we'd be split on this. So, well, why is that a good thing? In fact, after this.
Okay. Pass my headphones, please.
Well, the good news is that birth control options for men are advancing. Contraceptive choices that will be accessible to most men may soon be more than just condoms and vasectomies. Scientists are currently experimenting with pills, gels, and implants that would allow men to share contraceptive responsibility with women. The most researched version is a topical gel that's applied to the men's shoulders and arms, slowly releasing contraceptive hormones that make the man infertile for as long as he continues to use the gel.
Cream on my
Interestingly,
shoulders.
there
Not
might even
trusting
be an
that.
on-demand contraceptive pill that could be
fuck are
taken
we
30
doing
minutes
here?
before intercourse. This
That's
works
it,
by
cream
targeting
on
an
my-
enzyme
Sorry,
that
I
essentially
beg you,
tells
the
the
mic
sperm to
from your
start
mouth so
swimming.
that
When the
people listen.
enzyme is suppressed, meaning it can't work, the sperm can't get any further than the vagina. So these birth control advancements are definitely promising to be game-changing in the near future. If you found this interesting, make sure you share this with your friends. Are you ready for birth control?
I'm serious.
You're so annoying.
Imagine going to my
On the shoulders.
Ready.
Let's do this.
The funny thing is though, yeah,
So dumb.
if like say that was like working well, right, and it didn't affect you long term, and you didn't have to go shop to get condoms.
I'm not playing with nothing. I'm not like, big up the women who take contraception. Right? I'm not mashing up my body. I'm not taking nothing. I'm not putting nothing abnormal. I'm not doing none of that. Condoms is it. That's it. Like, I don't know about no long-term effects, short-term effects. I'm trying to be the first generation to find out what the idiot gel done to them. And like, I'm not playing with myself. Like, that's crazy. I don't want to use none of it. No pill, no gel, no nothing. Use an experiment. Use it be fine. Not me, boy.
Okay, Esther, why is that a good thing?
Because I just think it's good to have shared responsibility. I feel like a lot of onus when it comes to women getting pregnant is put on the women. Do you know what I mean? So I think it'd be good for everyone to take responsibility for this act we're about to do. And like we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of side effects on women and their bodies. Like it's crazy the things women's bodies goes through because of contraception. So I think that if the men's one is less harmful for their bodies, I actually think men should take it.
Is that really? Obviously, I'm not saying it in some type of way, but is that really a good point though? Because
100%.
the reason why I say that is because, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, right? A lot of the time, women are introduced to contraceptive like pills and things of that nature, right? It's pill, right?
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
the pill was one of them.
Like to help with acne, to help with period pains. So it's almost like they're used to it from like 16,
Yeah, but that's
like
not.
given by doctors.
Yeah, but that's not everybody though.
Yeah, not everybody, but what I mean is it's almost like it's part of the culture. It's not.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's part of the culture because
no?
even when it's definitely not part of the culture. It's not something that's like issue like paracetamol. Because even if you are gonna be on contraception, like it's a whole conversation with the doctors. Like it's serious stuff because it has effects on the body. So I think having to use it for acne temporarily is different to having to use it with my sexual partner that I'm going to have longer than I probably got acne. Like it's different. Do you get what I mean? And also with contraception, like you have to like try different ones, see which one works for your body. So it's a whole thing to it. But I don't think that because some people have to use it for acne when they're younger or whatever, that makes it okay for, like, that means your body, that you're used to and you're fine for that. Nah, not necessarily. Because some of them as well can stop working. So that means you got to go on another one that will bring different effects that you've never known you had before. Sometimes, and the thing is contraception as well, it doesn't always work. So if the men's one has a stronger chance of working, like better, higher percentage of working, and also has less effects on the body, I think men should take it.
Okay. People are saying I'm coming with alternative facts. Have you not heard of some women being issued it? Like,
Yeah,
to
I was
kind of help
offered it when
with...
I had acne.
So what
But
people
I
talking about?
didn't go on it because, again, of the effects.
Okay, so people, please, if you don't know something, say you don't know something. Don't say somebody else don't know something. But anyway. Like, Mark, you're basically saying you're against it because you're thinking long term, you don't know the long term effects, right? And you as well, Yusuf, right?
What, the vasectomy on the pill? I mean,
Yeah,
the
like the pill and the gel as well.
Yeah, no, I'm open to taking it. If, for example, if my missus didn't want to take contraception because of the effects it has on her, and I could see it was having a damning effect on her in terms of hormones and whatever the case may be, and there was options for me to use it, to have my own alternative, and it wasn't high risk, yeah, I'll be open. But vasectomy, no.
Okay. Okay, Brent, are you ready?
Young little gel on the shoulder, minor.
Trust me. But I would squeeze into your cocoa butter, bro. You wouldn't even know you're putting gel on your shoulder.
Brent, what do you think?
So me, who is not interested in having children,
Yeah.
I have a problem with this.
What if you change your mind?
Brent said I'm rubbing my entire body with it just to make sure. Have you got a shower gel? I'm gonna use that too.
Go on.
Yeah, but what if you change your mind?
And I know that it's gonna have detrimental effects, so I just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know fully.
If I change my mind, then oops, no.
Yeah, but then you can't have kids.
Yeah, but you've asked me now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm for this.
Okay.
I don't mind, right? Especially if it is that they're saying it doesn't have side effects. 100%, I'm not running to do it because I'm not practicing sex anyway. So why am I interested in this particular gel, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And if I change my mind down the line, I would have probably done it before I started rubbing cream on my body. So it won't be an issue.
Okay, cool. All right, Mark, you were the most like against it, right?
Yeah.
Why do you kind of see it as, wait a minute, women should be okay with it because they're used to it, or do you see it as that's just your prerogative, like as an individual to kind of be like, okay, cool. If you're cool with like the implant and the pill, that's on you. But for me, that's just not.
Yeah. I'm not saying women should have to do whatever. It's each to their own, innit? And again, if they're cool doing all that stuff, mashing themselves up, then fine. But I'm not.
So how do you feel about like the whole shared responsibility thing? Because like obviously I guess like the whole condom thing is kind of, it's not foolproof and like anything can happen, but like in terms of shared responsibility, if women are saying, wait a minute, we want you to use more than just condoms, but like for example, would you then consider it?
No, what do you mean? They're saying I have to use more than just condoms.
Yeah.
No.
Because sometimes you can get into a situation when there's no condoms available. You ain't trying to leave the house and go all the way down to, you know what I'm saying?
No, but it's just saying this thing saying I have to put on a condom and use the thing.
No. Basically saying, like, we're not gonna do so and so because like if there's no condoms, I'm not like, risking it or whatever. If that makes sense.
1 second. What are you saying?
So basically, like, certain situations you may be in
So there's no condoms there?
No condoms, yeah.
Oh, and then they're saying if you want to do this, you have to use it?
Yeah.
No, you just wait in it.
Okay. So you're gonna discipline to
Not have sex?
No, to leave the house and then thingy.
Go and get condoms?
Yeah.
Yeah, or not have sex.
Okay.
There's an option. There's always an option. Let's just not do this then. Why is that an option? Why is that never an option? Let's just not have sex then. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Why can't we not have sex? I'm not starving like that. I don't need to. Like, I'm not comfortable putting any foreign things. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know what these stuff are doing. Like my hormones and all this stuff. I don't want to mess them up. So I don't want to put nothing in there for it to control it and regulate this and do that and have some type of side effect on me hair and all this kind of nonsense and shit. I don't want to do that stuff. Okay. So I ain't doing it.
Have you got the same stance with other forms of medication?
I don't use no medication to influence that messes up my thing that it's supposed to be doing. I don't use no medication for nothing like that. One of the things I put in myself is intoxicating me, so it is what it is. I know what it's doing.
No, I mean medication across the board, because obviously medication has side effects.
Yeah, but I don't have a medication that's like I don't have nothing that's trying to like hold me back from my body working how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. There's no medication I can think of that I can take off that's going to suppress something in me or anything like that. I wouldn't take any medication for anything like that. I just think things are supposed to be how they're supposed to be. God don't make mistakes, so this is it.
Okay. And from a woman's perspective, yeah, Esther, right? If a man told you, I'm taking contraception or whatever, not the condoms, the gels and that, would you trust him?
Yeah.
So you'd be like, okay, cool, like you're doing like the protection part for both of us.
How's it protection?
No,
Because
but
it's still STIs and all that. So you're going to use the gel. So that means if you're using the gel, that means you're just raw and everything moving. All that means is you can't get gal pregnant. That don't mean you're safe. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, but just in terms of like the having kids part, let's just say that's your priority because you're only with one person.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will always do my due diligence as well. Do you know what I mean? So I will do whatever it is I need to do as well. Like I don't believe when it's things that two people are involved in, I don't believe the responsibility should always lie with just one person. So even if he says what he's saying, that's good. But I'm still going to be about my wits and do what I need to do to make sure that on my side as well, things are covered. And yeah.
Okay. In terms of like, let's just say, for example, the same thing could protect you from STIs, right? You didn't need the condom.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I suppose it's better, but I still don't want to take it.
Okay, cool. So where's your limit on the things that you will take and you wouldn't take? Because there's some injections you will take, and some injections you wouldn't take, for example.
Like what though? Give me an
Like, for example, say, I guess, certain things like, say you're traveling to certain countries, I don't know, yellow fever, malaria, them type of things that you'll take injections like for that, right? And pills.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I guess so, because you have to, innit? You ain't got no choice, kind of thing.
Okay.
If I want to go to those places, those are the rules. And plus, apparently it's for your own safety or whatever. So I suppose that's the rub, innit? If you want to go to any of them countries where malaria and all them things are, yellow fever and all that, you're just going to have to equip yourself against it, I suppose. So,
But how come you don't see it as, okay, you know what, this is my body, and that's more important than me going to this particular country for 0 weeks?
that's just to prevent me from catching diseases. I'm supposed to produce semen and sperm and that. That's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm not supposed to catch no diseases.
What do you mean by you're not supposed to catch diseases, though?
My body's not. That's not there. That's if it's gonna prevent from. That's not something that's supposed to happen. You catch them unluckily. That's not something that's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to produce sperm and semen. And that. I'm supposed to do this. So why am I stopping myself from doing something I'm supposed to do? I'm not supposed to just be catching malaria and yellow fever. So if I could prevent that, why wouldn't I?
Okay.
This might be a skewed example, so excuse me if it's a land rat. But what about the notion that your immune system is meant to naturally fight diseases and infection, etc., right? And actually using medication kind of reduces the strength of your immune system because it's getting help essentially. So it's not fighting stuff by itself. Do you look at it that way? As in taking medication actually weakens your immune system. And that's naturally meant to be the thing that actually prevents you from getting sick, from getting ill, etc.
Yeah, if it was a case of just putting it in your system every day for no reason or just to preempt catching something, then I would have that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
But to go and take a trip to a country with diseases that I'm not exposed to and all these kind of things, it just feels like it just feels natural to have some kind of protection. So I wouldn't think like that. If I was just doing it every day for the sake of, just in case, then I wouldn't want to do that because I don't know what it's doing to my immune system. That's not, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll just throw a little angle in there.
I'm on a natural thing. I tell business, you get me? So,
But we live in a world now where being as natural as possible will get you killed. Because like there's bare people who, not bare, but like there's certain people who live in islands have no interaction with like modern humans. You go over there, shake their hand, they're gone.
yeah, no. If you don't care about having kids and that kind of stuff, then I suppose that Brent, it doesn't matter. Just take what you want to. You're doing all that. But I ain't putting that in my system. That's gonna lower my sperm count and all do all this stuff or stop me from producing all this crap and all that. Like, I don't keep talking about what and I just come off it and I can go back on it. That's all nonsense. I'm not doing all that. I'm not messing myself up.
Yeah, yeah. What you gonna say about? You can say that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you take any of the jabs?
What other jabs?
COVID.
No.
You travelled, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know I ain't taking no goddamn COVID jab. What?
No, I was trying to recall whether it is that you and you were getting onto loons for it.
Yeah, I got onto loons for it.
Yeah, cool.
I just make up papers if I need to travel. I'll go anywhere I want in the world. It ain't stopping me. But I ain't taking no COVID jabs. I told you, I'll be the last person on earth to take it. I don't mind taking it with everybody else has took it. And it's still, if I'm the last one, then I'll say, all right, cool, I'll go. We'll do it. That's when I'll take it. But until then, there's more of us. I ain't taking it.
Entertainment purposes, guys.
That's the realest shit I ever wrote.
Entertainment.
Have you took it?
What?
The-
COVID?
yeah.
No.
So why is it so entertaining?
I think he's sick all the time. You asked if he had it.
No, entertainment because obviously
You said about
the-
making up papers.
Did you have to take it?
Yeah, I had to. Because I was going to be...
Workplace and that?
Nah, when I was going to Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
If not, I would have had to quarantine. And Nigeria's already quarantined. I wasn't going to quarantine in the quarantine.
Well, there's about a lot of people just took it for traveling reasons, and that's
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
to me. Did you take it?
Mm.
So you could travel?
I've took it because my mum was getting on to me, to be fair with you. Because she, at one point, was like, you can't come to the house unless you take it. You can't be around me. Because she works with elderly people, innit?
Okay.
So she was the main reason. She was getting onto me. So that was the main reason. But then travel was a little bit of a reason too.
Did you travel straight after you took it?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So you had proper reasons, I guess, then. Yeah, a lot of people just took them to travel, and I just thought,
But
like,
mine
you don't
wasn't-
love beach that much.
But mine wasn't like to travel. Mine was my friend's wedding, my best friend's wedding. I can't miss that. Yeah, we were different. We see friendships differently. I'm not missing a wedding on account of because I can't take that. Do you know what I mean?
But what if it was like...
Could you imagine? That's what I feel like Kyrie. Man telling me I can't come to the wedding unless I get the vaccine. I ain't getting that, bro. FaceTime me, man.
No, but no. It's not about it's not that. You're an egg. It's not that I couldn't go to the wedding. It's that I can't enter the country if I haven't taken it, and the wedding was in the country I needed to enter. So for me, that was a valid reason. I didn't get it because I wanted to go on other holidays. This wasn't one I wanted to miss.
Was it a tough decision for you?
Yeah, because I waited. I literally waited it out until the last possible moment. Obviously, I had to get two.
Yeah.
I had to be jabbed up. I had to have 2 doses before I went. So I kept waiting and seeing if they were going to change the law, and they didn't. So I literally got it the last date possible for me to have enough time to get the second one to be able to travel. So I longed out as long as I could, and there was no way. But I wasn't going to miss my friend's wedding because I don't want to take a jab. When there's other jabs I've taken in my lifetime, this is where I want to really stand up for what am I standing up for? No, it felt silly to me.
Isn't that a bit different though? Like that other, because they've had like longevity. So it's like, okay, we kind of know we don't know, but at least there's less chance for like long-term effects because it's been around for decades. But COVID is like, old.
That's fair, but it wasn't the hill for me to die on. It wasn't that deep for me. Like it wasn't that deep for me.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so back to what we were talking about, right? In terms of, because obviously, like, especially from the comments as well, and this is what I was thinking earlier, women obviously are thinking, how can men kind of share this responsibility as well, just as much as us? Because if we're going to act like, obviously, condoms are there, like, there's loads of kids out there that, you know what I'm saying, that are just here because of whatever reason, right?
Bernard said the best.
Huh?
Bernard said, some people, you're a product of a broken condom.
There you go. So let's use that angle, right? Where women are saying, look, based on the stats, based on the reality of kids being out here and population continues to grow and this, that, and the third, I want you to take on the responsibility. Is it not kind of fair for us to kind of consider these things as well? Especially since the women have done it for decades now, it seems.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I think it's fair.
No.
I think it's fair.
I think it is the way it is.
Okay, would you consider it if, for example, it was after like 50 years?
What do you mean?
So like, as in, like this has been in society for like 50 years, where it's like, okay, cool, no one's growing tails and no one's infertile, and you know what I'm saying? Or you still just feel like, nah, this is just...
Nah, I'm not using it. Don't want to do it. I'm seeing the pill do bare things to girls. I don't know. Like,
But that's what's wild to me, though, because the men know what it is that the pills doing, like contraceptives are doing to women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's like, okay, there's an option for you guys, and the effects might not be as bad as it is for the women, they still don't want to take it.
Yeah, no.
It's wild to me.
I've seen pill mash up gal bare times. I don't know, like weight, acne, mess up.
Yeah,
their
but the
periods,
effects
all
on
these
you is not going to
things.
be as it is on the women.
Yeah, but I'm not risking. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to do it. I don't have to.
I think that's one of the selfish things. That's one of the most selfish things, in society.
Well, at the moment though, to be fair though, remember it's new, so we don't know about the long-term effects.
Yeah, but
At least
even
with women,
even
we've
forgetting
had
the
it
long-term
for a long
effects,
time.
some people don't want to have the conversation. Period. They don't want to hear it. Period. And that I find that it's wild to me.
Can't you just like withhold having sex with them then?
Of course, you think if I was like I don't want to be on contraception because of this, and that, and my man's telling me, well, I'm not going on it. That's fine then. This is not happening then.
Because I think what he's
It's
saying,
not happening.
what he's saying is he has resolve. He will stick by his particular choice, but women don't seem to want to.
Yeah, that makes sense to me because he said sex not that deep for him, right? But there's men who are like, they don't want to have the conversation. They still want to demand sex. They want things to be as it was, despite knowing the effects it has on a woman. It's so unreasonable to me. Because where's the middle ground? So they're not trying to come up with any middle ground. It's like, yeah, I know the effects it has on your body. I know this, it causes this and whatever. And then, like, but I don't want to have it. But I still want to have sex. It's wild to me, man. But anyway, I've been saying, if women keep have more retrieving sex, the world will be in a better place. But that's just my opinion.
But I get why you're saying it's wild, yeah. But at the same time, isn't it kind of, well, I guess I kind of said it earlier, a thing where, like, women are kind of at least introduced to the subject from early.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you immune. Because think about it, the women that were introduced, let's just say there was a woman who had severe acne, and also contraception for acne is not the first thing you're introduced. It's it's a last resort because of how serious it is. So let's just say there is a woman who's age 6 and this is the last resort, whatever. That doesn't mean that 20 years down the line her body is now immune to it and it just works fine.
Of course.
It doesn't mean that. So someone being introduced to something just from early does not then mean that it's okay and it should be easier for you to receive just because you were introduced to you early. I think that's a very flawed argument.
Not necessarily like.
So if you're someone who's poor, you're poor from like when you born into poverty, and then someone says to you, okay, well you can, I don't know, you have a chance to not be poor for a while. Do you think that poverty on day 50 is easier than poverty on day 1? No, because you're still poor. The effects of poverty is still being had on you. So me being introduced to contraception at the age of 16, it doesn't make it easier for me to manage at age of 35. It still has the effects that it has. I don't think that I see that argument as flawed.
I think the effects, you're talking about the effects on the body, right, and stuff like that, right?
All of it.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's not a foreign thing. Like for example, say I'm the government now and I'm talking to you guys about this. Like we've never heard about this in our lives.
Yeah.
So we're gonna like obviously be like much more reserved.
But that's the thing that you have heard of it though. You just heard of it for women.
No, yeah, exactly. No, but for us.
But you've heard about contraception.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what's so hard to grasp about that?
Because
If
this
it was
is
the
new.
case, it's not. Yes, male contraception is new.
That's what I'm saying.
Contraception by itself
Yeah.
is not a new thing. So
Yes.
essentially, anyway, the way it's been working for women all these years, the female contraception, I'm sure they've taken some of that knowledge and wisdom for the male one as well. So it's
completely different, though.
It's not different because really and truly, with jabs, we know about vaccinations. When the COVID vaccination was introduced, that was new because that was for this illness.
Particular thing, yeah.
If it was a thing where I never had contraception, and now contraception's in there, and like for men and women, I can understand the confusion. But you know about contraception for women. And my thing is that the fact that it exists for women means that they already have a lot of data of, okay, this can be side effects, this can be this, that. I actually feel like there's going to be more testing going into that for the male than there ever was for the women. So what is shocking about that?
I hear what you're saying. Right? Obviously, I don't want us to go around, but I just feel like it's completely different because again, like the biology of the woman is completely different to the man. You know, like Mark said, we continue to produce. Women have, for example, a set amount of eggs you're born with. That's it, right? And obviously, we know the effects of the pill on the eggs, the release, this and the third. But for men, this is completely new territory. Like talking about gels rubbing on your shoulders, like implants, it's completely different. Like it's talking about stopping like the production for a certain amount of time. Like just stopping, you know what I'm saying? Or just preventing them from swimming. Like if that's like permanent, you're done. So for us, at least, especially if the idea is completely new, right? Which it is kind of, right? like we will definitely be much more reserved. But I'm just saying, as much as the effects are there and very real for women, at least it's not a foreign topic, a foreign idea, because many women have sat down with doctors speaking about options, or my period pains, this and the third, and doctors are willingly giving this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it may not be the first result, but it's still something that's on the table. For us, it's never been on the table.
I think these conversations just show how disconnected society really is, and it's never going to be a thing where men and women get along, because men can't empathize with something unless it's now affecting them. When women have been, because there's women who some of the damages that contraception has done to them is permanent as well.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah,
but men don't give any thoughts to anything that women go through unless it's now presented to them. Now it's like, oh no, that's wild. We're not doing that. We're not taking that risk. But it's fine for the woman that you love, the woman that you're wanting to have kids with and whatever, for you to watch her every single day taking that risk. There's some women who have had cancer on account of contraception. That's fine to witness all the time. But when it's you now, it's like, oh, I don't want to take a risk. It's wild to me, man.
Do you know what it is also? I think it's also because with women taking the pill and stuff, right? As much as there's certain effects, you can meet a woman and she's already been taking it before you. You know what I'm saying? So you come to that conversation with somebody who's already taken it or taken it. You know what I'm saying? And now you're asking me to take who's completely new to this. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, I don't really need to. You've taken it before. You may not have. You may not mind continue to take it. I don't really need to join you on this journey if this is new to me and I have my reservation. Do you get what I'm saying? But if we're both never taken it before, we're both at the table, then I can kind of see what you're saying, where it's like, why am I putting this all on you?
I feel like even then, even if it was a thing where none of you have taken it, men are still going to come up with the argument, yeah, but the women's one has existed for so long, and there's a lot of women that do it, so you might as well do it. So either way, the man is still going to be moving selfish. But that's just my opinion.
I don't think it's even a case of, well, from my perspective anyway, about how long women have been doing it for. It's more so new concepts are introduced all the time, innit? And it doesn't take much for you to fathom and understand, and for you to kind of understand what this is. I think it speaks more to the fear of, the long-term effects, as in sperm count. I think men's reluctance more stems from fear.
Yeah.
More so, like I understand in terms of, taking the plight away from women, because obviously women have been using contraception for years and living with the negative effects of it. I think men's reluctance would stem from the fear of the long-term effects. Not being able to produce sperm, low sperm count, all that stuff. I would be open to it because I've seen what contraception has done to women, whether it be my sisters, partners, whatever, and the physical effects, the long-term emotional effects, even even having effects on your period as well.
Literally.
I've seen situations where women have had periods for like 3 months, 4 months.
Crazy.
You know what I'm trying to say? So if I could step in and take away some of that burden from you, obviously I'll be apprehensive, 100%, because like you said, it's new territory, but it's not something I can't fathom, understand, and digest, and really, okay, cool. It's not, you know what I mean? We all take on and do new things,
100%.
right? But the reluctance would come from, what are the long-term effects of this? And that's why I'm so against vasectomy, because I don't like the idea of someone actually going down there, snipping, chopping, cutting.
Yeah.
That's scary to me, innit?
100%.
Taking a pill, putting a gel on, it's less scary.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try it, as long as the risks are low.
Yeah.
If the risks are high, I'll be more reluctant. If the risks are low, I might be more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, more willing.
More willing.
And I think it's just that, like, it's being open to have the conversation. But when you're just like, no, it's just like I'm gonna do, it's like, wow, that's wild.
All right. I think we got a caller.
Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Is it connected?
Okay, it's not working.
Hold up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, in terms of this topic,
Good morning.
unfortunately, the male privilege
Good morning.
comes into play. Morning, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. The male privilege comes into play. I heard you say it's about fear, and it's 100%, but we've been going through it all this long. But because of the male double standards, unfortunately, in this instance, because we're carrying the pregnancy, they don't see an issue. It's like, we should just suck it up, basically. So this is it. Hey, man, stop all this corner talk that you're talking. You see, as we've been taking it for this long, so why we should just carry on? Why should we jump on board? That's what it is. They won't be trusted to take it anyway. they hardly can be trusted to put on condoms these days. But
Bro,
you know,
no conversation for another day, then.
No, but this.
so
Sorry, Christy. This is the reason why I said, is it not fair for us men to try and shoulder the burden as well? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously condoms doesn't always like work for us. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of using
you're saying
it.
shit,
But
you're reluctant. You're reluctant to take it. You're
yeah,
reluctant.
no,
You're
100%.
saying- You're saying because it's existed for us,
Yeah.
but yet we've seen all the side effects it has affected us with. Like, it's very detrimental. Even the fact that it's been prescribed to 16-year-olds, I think it's highly unethical personally.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's just another story for another day.
Yeah.
But it has long-lasting effects on us.
But the biggest side
So
effects of
using
unprotected
long-lasting
sex,
effects on us.
the biggest side effect of unprotected sex affects the woman more. So that's why the onus is on you lot to protect yourself more, innit? Like the pregnancy, innit? Like, so when people are doing it in relationships and stuff, that's different. There's just people come together, there's thing. But some people are running around having casual sex with strangers and stuff, not acting like you don't know what will happen if you get pregnant. If you get pregnant, it's gonna drop on you. Like, so that's why the onus is on you. I get about wanting man to split it and all that, but it doesn't matter. Like, you got to take precautions for yourself. If I had a daughter, I'll be telling her, you can't be leaving it to chance if you don't want to get pregnant. You can't be leaving it to these men. Like you're saying, they don't even want to put on condoms. They don't want to do these things. If you don't want a baby, you've got to take the responsibility to make sure to cover your own back. Because when you get pregnant, you're going to be the one carrying this baby. You're going to be the one breastfeeding this baby. You're going to be the one with it. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's on the woman. So that's the way it is.
I think that makes sense more so with like casual sex and dating. In a relationship where you're with a committed partner.
Sorry, Christy, one sec.
So it's the same argument. But again, if we're tasked to taking it, I don't see why also the men can't then. Like, I don't. If I'm also going to take it, then I don't see why we can't have equal footing in this.
Okay, Christy.
I
Yeah.
don't see.
What's this? Yeah. Like if for example I meet you, right, and you're already taking it. You've already got implant in your arm, right? And you're asking me to take it, and I'm hesitant to take it. Why is that the biggest issue in the world? If before I met you, you're already taking it.
Because she would actually like to stop taking it. In an ideal world, a lot of women would like to stop
So
taking it.
that's what it is then. That's what it is. So basically, it's a thing
if
where
I-
you guys
if
take
I
it, but you
wanna
don't
stop
want
taking
to.
it now, if I want to stop taking it, I'm like, okay, now I actually want to stop taking it. But there's actually for you, there's an avenue for you guys to take it. So then what? It will just be a no.
Apparently so, Christy. Apparently so.
Well, I mean, remember, I'm learning from this, isn't it? I'm learning. I'm hearing you guys' opinions.
I said I'm open to taking it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what women just want to hear.
Marks is a no.
At least be open to like
Yeah, I ain't
considering what's going on.
Marks is a no.
But when it's just like, no, I know, and like I know what effects it has on you.
Yeah.
I don't want that on me. Even though the effects on you is going to be less, considerably less.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll read, I'll do my research, you know what I mean? I'll make sure I do my due diligence first. But I'm definitely open to taking it.
But I think that's different though, Esther, because you said if the effects are considerably less. We don't know that. Are you just basically saying in your hypothetical scenario?
Not in my hypothetical scenario. Like, listen, if my thing is already, the fact that the male contraception is coming after the female contraception and female contraception has been there for years, I automatically think already you guys are just at an advantage that women were never at with female contraception.
Oh, okay, cool. Like,
In terms of that knowledge, research and stuff like
I
that.
reckon what she's trying to say is, because they've had so many years to actually look at this,
And perfect it and stuff.
study it exactly. So the male version might be perfected more so than the women's, where there's less side effects.
I don't think so.
This is
because
all
it's
trash.
just
And
completely-
I,
You know
and I
what
feel
it
like
is,
as well.
yeah?
Wait.
This is
And
all
I
trash.
feel like as well. Anyway, I
Wash.
feel like men will have less to lose than women have more to lose.
You see, like what you said, yeah, being in a relationship here is 100% definitely different. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if man's in a relationship here and you don't want to have kids and stuff, and then it's having an effect on your partner, and she's coming to you saying, look, I can't take this no more.
Yeah, please help.
Rare, come, please help, boom, boom, boom. That is totally different. You know,
Yeah.
Most people I know, most women I know that run around taking contraception, are single, slamming up the place. Taking it so they're not getting pregnant so they can slam and chop. I ain't running around putting no pills in me so I can run around slamming up the place and be doing that just for that. I'm not doing all that. If you don't want to do that, that's on you. But I'm not doing that. Like I'm saying, so in a relationship, maybe there's a conversation to have. Maybe then that's a serious thing, innit? I'm not taking this pill out of my every day as a single man running around taking the pill just so I don't get these guys pregnant and mash myself. That's wrong. I'm not doing that, bro. So I don't know.
Same. You know, I'm talking from a relationship standpoint, not being single.
And this is why I was saying, if I meet you and before like I even like know you. You've got it in your arm.
Yeah.
Like, why are we comparing the same type
No,
of?
but
You get where I'm coming from?
you're going against what they've just said. That is now in a relationship setting. But your thing is still the fact that before she met you,
Yeah.
what other relationship she was in, she already had it on. So
No,
you're
not
still saying
relationship.
that she's used to it because this was your initial argument,
Yeah.
which is that some girls are introduced to it from when they're 16 or whatever. So for you, it's a thing where you've already been doing it. Why should I have to come into the mix now? So whether it's single, whether it's relationship, whether it's running about the place, whatever the situation
You already
is,
have that standpoint.
you already have that standpoint.
No. My standpoint is definitely the case of if you're used to it, right, and you don't mind continuing to take it, why should I join you? 100%. But remember, you introduced something else, which is that women don't want to take it. That's a different thing to me. I was
But
the
who would
under.
want to? I'm sorry, that was obvious.
Wait.
It's not
What woman,
obvious.
what
It's
woman
not
would
obvious.
want to take a contraception that causes her 150 side effects? In what world would that?
No, but Esther.
Why would that be the case?
No, but Esther, we know the majority. In fact, let me not put numbers to it. But loads of women don't feel side
I gotta
effects.
go back to work.
Oh, sorry, babe. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Esther.
I'm not gonna, well, just from my knowledge and my experience dealing with women don't like taking contraception. It's never been something like gimme.
Literally.
Like, women don't like it.
Yeah.
And I've always known that.
Yeah, but a lot of
And it's a last resort. That's why when you brought up the acne thing, I was like, it's a last resort. They sit down with you, have a proper conversation with you,
Yeah.
because it literally it can change your life.
Yeah.
Like there's women who like it changes their lives in ways that you cannot even imagine. So it's not a thing where it's like, oh, you're like, I don't know in what world you would have thought that women wouldn't want to come off it.
because
Or they're not doing it as a thing because they have no other choice.
Because I know that loads of women have the implant in the arm, right?
And you think that's by choice?
Wait. Just like Margs was saying, so that they can be free and do what they're doing, so that you don't have to rely on the man for condoms.
I think different contraceptions have different effects in it.
100%.
You could educate us more on this. What has less side effects? Pills, implants, coils, all that stuff, patches.
I actually don't know,
Okay.
because it depends on the body.
Okay.
So I know that there's been like threads sometimes of like
Injections as well, innit?
contraceptions.
There's injections
yeah.
as well, yeah.
Like there's been like threads on like different contraceptions.
Yeah.
And then you can see like 10 tweets and the girls are like, oh no, it worked for me.
Yeah.
And then you see like the next 5.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Okay,
Do you know
okay.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't say, and I don't know much about contraception. I'm not on contraception. It's not anything I've looked into. So I can't say much, but I know that it varies.
Okay. Because
Really and truly.
when I'm talking about the negative effects it has on women, I'm talking more from the standpoint of injection and the pill.
And the implant as well, I heard that's really bad.
I don't really know the effects of the implant or the
Yeah,
pads
even
and
like the
stuff
coil. I've heard a lot of women
Yeah.
talk about that. The coil, they bleed, they have periods for like continuously for months.
Okay.
Continuously. It's wild, but you just gotta choose your partner, man. That's actually the bottom line because, boy.
Personally, I
It will
think
kill you in this
I
world.
think both men and women should kind of. This is my personal opinion. Stay away from it completely. Just like I said, just stay natural. Stay natural. But that's my default position. To be fair,
But I do think as
but
well.
I like kids.
Women being on it
Mm-hmm.
because they want to have casual sex. I don't really think that's an argument either.
Why?
Because men have casual sex as well. And the women aren't having casual sex with themselves. Men have casual sex, but because of the way men can just easily walk away. Because some guys are even irresponsible. They don't even put condoms on, or they put condom on and they take it off into the whole thing. But men have casual sex as well. Yes, the women are the ones that get pregnant and stuff. But I don't think that because you are on contraception, because you want to have casual sex, then means that your opinions and your feelings and the side effects it has on you cannot be taken into consideration because you're on it for casual sex. That was the tone it was giving.
No, that's not okay. That's not the case at all.
Yeah, that's fair, but that was the tone it was giving.
Okay.
So whose choice is it to basically, Mags, to jump on these contraception pills or coils or whatever in order to have naked sex?
Whose choice is it?
Yeah.
It's the individual's choice.
It's in my head, I'm not understanding. So if all the women decide that because men are so selfish,
Yeah.
they are going to change up the way they access the nanny,
Yeah.
wouldn't things change?
But they should always change anyway. I believe women are in control of their nanny, and the parameters that they set up to give it to people is their own. To get me, whatever their parameters are, each are different, but it's their own, and you're within your rights to set it up however you see fit. So if these men don't tick these boxes or meet your standards for you to get that NAS, then you shouldn't be giving it to them.
So why are women getting vexed with men if all of the choice is in their hands to basically say no to the guys who
won't
are
do it? Exactly. I don't know. 'Cause
wayward in their mentals?
I don't know, because I don't know. I don't see why now I would be made to be seen as selfish or whatever because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So, and that's fine. And if you don't want to give me no sex because I'm not going to do it, then that's totally fine too. There's no problem here. I'm not saying anything about anybody. If you want to take away the sex out of the situation, take it away, and then there's no problem. There's nothing to talk about. I'm not doing it. I don't expect you to do it either. I'm not telling you you have to do it or anything like this.
Even in relationships, I think it's still on women to say, what? Your mental's moving mad. I am not going to take this, and let's see if it is getting pussy.
Yeah.
Then you be like, let's just do rubbers then. And hopefully she's like, nah, because I didn't like your mentals. So we're having this conversation.
Women can,
But it's all in their control.
yeah, because at the end of the day, if you take away, if you take it away, then man, that's the rub, innit? Man got a decision to make then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So why do you think it's so hard for women to understand that they have all the power?
Ain't got their skin yet.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, headlines.
Let's
Get
do
into
it.
it.
All right, so our next headline takes us to the best country in the world. Esther, you might want to move back.
If it's Ghana, I swear.
It's Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigerian states are cutting the working week to 3 days.
Bro, first of all, yeah.
Is that enough to tempt you?
No, because people are working 5 days, they're not getting paid anyway.
That's their fault,
So them kind of 3 days is them trying to absolve themselves. You know the government has ulterior motives all the time. It's never
Always.
anything good attached to it.
Well,
Ridiculous.
2 state governments in Nigeria have reduced the working week to 3 days for state employees. The move is to help them.
Even worse than I thought.
The move is to help them cope with increased petrol costs following the federal government's announcement to scrap fuel subsidies. That's why Nigeria is currently struggling to control the rising cost of transportation, which is affecting many citizens. The Edo and Kwara state government's announcement will fuel debate in the public and private sectors about measures to help workers cope with the rising costs. Public service staff across Nigeria work 5 days a week, but there's a lot of confusion about the fate of employees in the private sector, where some are required to work for 6 days a week. There are also indications that other states may adopt the new model. Nigeria's federal government has set up a team to evaluate agreements reached with organised labour on how to reduce the impact of rising costs. The unions shelved their planned strike action on Wednesday following a court order. Next headline takes us to Senegal, where they have temporarily closed its consulates abroad following attacks on diplomatic missions in Bordeaux, Milan, Paris, and New York, among others. The Foreign Affairs Ministry said in a statement on Tuesday that the precautionary measure followed a series of aggressions that caused serious damage. It said that the consulate in Milan had been particularly hard hit, with passport-making machines and identity cards damaged. The closures come amid political tensions in Senegal following the sentencing of the opposition leader, Ousmane Sonko, last week to 2 years in prison, which led to deadly protests. Italian media reported on Monday that about 40 of Sonko's supporters had gathered outside the consulate with flags and anti-government signs, breaking in and ransacking the offices before the police intervened. Senegal's foreign ministry says consulate services will resume as soon as material and security conditions allow. And the last headline takes us to Egypt, when those people are acting crazy again. And the Dutch museum says that its archaeologists have been banned, listen to this, have been banned from carrying out excavations at a key Egyptian site over an exhibition exploring the influence of ancient Egypt on black musicians. The National Museum of Antiquities in Leiden said that Egyptian authorities had accused it of falsifying history through its showcase of work by artists like Beyoncé, Nas, and Miles Davis. It called the argument unfounded and expressed disappointment at the ban. Egyptian officials have not commented. But last month, Egyptian media reported that the exhibition had angered a local antiquities expert who said it supported the Afrocentric theory. It's not a theory, by the way, it's straight facts. The exhibition at the National Museum of Antiquities, RMO, entitled Kemet, Egypt in hip-hop, jazz, soul, and funk, and it aims to demonstrate how ancient Egypt and Nubia have been an undeniable source of inspiration for musicians of African descent for over 70 years. The exhibition also looks at what scientific research has revealed about ancient Egypt and Nubia and discusses how they have studied from Eurocentric and Afrocentric perspectives. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into Word on Road. Okay, so yesterday I told you about Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., and he had an exclusive interview with the US Sun and talking about his mom and sharing like his concerns about how, you know, he doesn't feel like the people around her are really taking care of her. He's worried. He feels as if they're using her, taking advantage of her in her current helpless state. And obviously she supported him financially, like she always talked about that. But, you know, since she's been in guardianship, all of that stuff has affected, you know, his support from her as well. And how, yeah, he just didn't feel like they were the best people to be taking care of her. Well, Wendy Williams' manager has actually responded to some other things that have been said. So basically, he said that sorry, hold on. Yeah, he said he doesn't understand the whole taking advantage of Wendy Williams. He says taking advantage of her for what? To get what? To do what? I'm not here to brag, but I was doing just okay before Wendy came along, and I insisted on helping her because she requested my assistance. And then he talked about her guardianship as well and said Wendy is under a guardianship. Everything that she does gets approved by the guardianship, a court-appointed guardianship. So no one, even if they wanted to take advantage of her, basically can't take advantage of her. Everything has to get approved by the courts. He says, so any type of business dealings that we do, Wendy, myself, and anyone, we have to get the guardianship to sign off on it. So how can anyone take advantage of her? He also said, so I told you yesterday that her son said he feels as though if things carry on the way she is carrying on and she's not being taken care of properly, he fears that she's near death. And he also responded to that. He said he doesn't understand. He said basically he doesn't understand how you can fear your mother being near death and the first thing you do is to call an online publication. He said that he said he's only speaking on behalf of his client, that's Wendy Williams, and he says he's not trying to get in a back and forth with the boy because he said he understands that he's a young guy and also he's gone through a lot and he's dealing with a lot, and he said he's got a son who's the same age as him, so he can empathize with how the son is feeling, but that, you know, you fearing your mum is being, you know, your mum is near death and not contacting your mum or whatever is wild. Obviously, in the interview, Kevin did say that he doesn't have access to her in the way that he used to. And he says that, you know, she's doing well. He says that she's in a health facility and she's being taken care of and she's looking healthy. And he also said, what he said was she's progressing very well. She looks healthy. She sounds healthy. And I think she's doing amazing. He says, as of today, I'm not a doctor, but that's my synopsis on how Wendy's doing right now. And he says that all people could just keep doing is just praying for her. Her fans should keep praying for her and praying that she comes out of this in a better space. And all Wendy is doing is focused on working on being a better version of herself and essentially just dealing with her illnesses because she's got lymphedema and Graves' disease. And all she wants is just to start a new chapter of her life, which is Wendy 2.0. But, you know, wishing the best to Wendy, and hopefully her son can kind of get access to her and like reach out to her and talk things through. Gosh, Azealia Banks, right? That woman. I don't know what her problem is here. I feel like she's got a lot of issues in life, but it's just ridiculous at this point. So I told you guys last week that DC Young Fly's wife, Miss Jackie O, sadly passed away. They had 3 kids together, and so this is what Azealia Banks had to say. She said, "Damn." She said, "Damn." DC Young Fly spent years disguising his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes painted at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want about my tears. They were pure tears of rage and not at all a sign of weakness. Because in the end, I won. I'll pause there before I carry on. Essentially, I think she went on a show. I'm not sure I think it was Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, it was Wild 'N Out.
It was Wild 'N Out, wasn't it? And she basically, her managers got her to go on the show to perform her new music or whatever. She ended up being roasted or being something. DC Young Fly made her cry.
But it was during the actual Wilding Out segment, so it was a part of the part of the show.
Part of the show.
Yeah, part of the show. Yeah.
So you would have known that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
She ended up upset and crying. So this is what she's responding to: that essentially the jokes he makes about women's beauty is a form of self-hate. I guess colorism comes to play in there because she's obviously dark skinned and his wife was light skinned, and he's dark skinned. So I guess it all comes to play in there. So she says, this is where it starts to get mad. She says, I'm happy I cried and moved on. As in she's happy she cried on Wild and Out and moved on. She said, that Jackie O girl, this is the wife, the deceased wife, that Jackie O girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. And the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as Azealia Banks ugly on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. Then she says, ironically, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023, in Miami, Florida. She said, you N-words are going to learn to stop fucking with me. I think it's wild. I understand that he made you cry or whatever, but I think it's so wild to bring his wife that did not know you or anything into you trying to cuss him and then saying that, and then implying that her death on the day she died has something to do with karma being on your side. Wild. So she said,
sensitive, isn't it?
it's crazy. So she said, I don't think anyone gets how much the press from that episode derailed the success of Anna Wintour. And this was the song that she came to sing. I came to sing my song and go home and only at the request of my label. Then the stupid butch queens on stage behind me basically making a mockery of it being a gay song, fake voguing behind me in their do-rags like they aren't all raging homosexuals. That thorn in my side is finally out. No way in hell I was blessed with this many gifts, this much talent and beauty to be a cultural punching bag for a cast of, I don't know what that word means, P-E-O-N-S, I don't know, peens, I don't know, who wouldn't have a pot to piss in if they didn't have the court of social media addicts to jester for. I do this in real life, dick lickers. I like that word. I like that word. I'm adding it to my vocabulary, dick licker. Ooh, it's got a nice ring to it. She says, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I understand her beef with him, but I think it's so insensitive. She's got kids and the woman didn't know you. Personally, what I think should happen, if this was my friend that had passed away and someone did something like this and insulted my friend this way, I wouldn't respond to it. What I think B. Simone and the other girls should do is when we see Azealia Banks is on site, that's what I would do. I wouldn't say a thing. I wouldn't respond to it. I wouldn't say anything. When we see you, the way you will be patterned up, you will know exactly what that patterning up is for. Because I think it's so wild to ever insinuate that someone's death is because you're blessed and this is the universe or wherever she worships, them stones and rocks and statues in her room. Whatever it is, you think that this is their karma to you for a woman, a mother of three to die. Someone's child, someone's best friend, someone's daughter. It's wild to me. But yeah, she's crazy, man. But in good news, because I love, Krept hard launched his girl on Instagram yesterday, and I absolutely love it. So her name is Chloe Chanel, and she's a designer. She's a fashion babe. She's a fashion designer, and she has a brand called MB Studios. Got really nice pieces as well. So big up them. She's absolutely gorgeous.
I saw that online, and I saw people just talking in the comments, talking.
Like what?
About saying how she's friends with Krept's
Sasha.
daughter's mum.
Was it?
Yeah,
and
listen, the way you see where I'm at in this life here, I keep telling people, I've had this conversation recently. I think when you get to a certain stage in life, all this person's ex, I don't think it should come in there. Or I know, if it's not like a best friend, it's just someone that you happen to know of. You've been to some industry events or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your ex is not off limits. Your ex is not off limits.
Yeah.
In this world, yeah, I don't know. What if that's where my love is?
100%.
So because I'm doing some code of, I don't even know, you're not even a friend of mine. If you're a friend of mine, that's different. But if you're not a friend of mine and you're just someone that I've seen at an event, I said, hi, bye, that ain't nothing. I ain't doing,
you know, people just
don't
don't know how to mind their business, innit? And it's talking about, that means he must have been looking at her from back then.
No.
All this type of nonsense.
No.
Why does it mean that?
People always say that. And to be fair, there was a time I used to think that, but no, actually, because there's people that I never thought was attractive. And one day I said, oh, Wait a minute. You always look like this? But I don't believe that. I think there's just something, one day, there's just something that shifts and it's like, oh, okay, you're attractive, or let's see where this can take us. But I love that man. Excuse me. Carry on. What's now?
You telling me that picture your best friend now in this particular question I'm going to ask you. Your best friend. You would allow her, in fact, you would sleep well if she dates your ex?
No,
Did you hear me? Did you listen to me? You didn't listen to me. I have a problem when people don't listen to me.
I probably did listen to you.
You didn't. Because I said, if it's not my best friend,
Oh, so
if it's a best friend, of course, that's off limits. That's wild. But what I even gave an example of, if it's someone in the industry where you just hi bye, it's an associate. We're not friends.
what he started to say is, in the beginning, was that apparently they're brethren.
Yeah, but people say that. People throw any word around.
No, but I'm going off of that premise. And then you're like, nah, it's not working. So let's just run it off of that premise. You're
Of a friend of
brethrens.
mine.
Yes.
Yeah, but that can't happen. That wouldn't happen.
But this is why I stopped, because I didn't think it would happen for you. I don't think you would like your friend or your best friend or any friend, knowing full well that you had an ex, he was on your arm, you were doing clink together. You'd be fine with that.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. It definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't go with any of my close friends. I would never go with any of their exes anyway. But when it comes to me, when it's reversed, as in one of my exes, it depends which ex, you know. It depends which ex. There's some I really like.
Don't care.
He was an associate. We just were briefly romantically involved. Work experience. So certain people. When I say certain people, can I think of anyone even at the moment?
Because this
Where it's like,
relationship
no.
was very public.
Yeah.
So it's even like the more's at stake here.
Yeah, but you know
more
what-
value in this particular scenario.
Yeah, but it
than-
depends how you now see that person. Because sometimes you can be with someone and it can be public, it can be deep or whatever. But when you guys ended, sometimes there's nothing there now. So, okay. That's what you want, go through.
Cool.
Some of my exes, I would just say, oh, okay. So you knew what he did to me and you want to go there. All the best, sis. But I thought like when people are saying they're friends, maybe because they follow each other on Instagram or something, people are like, oh, we don't even know the origin of all of that. But I'm here for it, man. She's an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous boss babe and love it. I'm here for it. But that's all for me today. Let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. The first thing I want to talk about, super brief though, is that Rishi Sunak is expected to meet with Joe Biden. They're going to be discussing all types of investments into the whole green industries and basically see how they can make the world more, I guess, environmentally friendly and stuff like this. Obviously, some British ministers are kind of criticising Mr. Biden's IRA Act, which is the Inflation Reduction Act, talking about how it's harmful for world trade and things of that nature. Basically, there's a law which includes about $370 billion being used to boost green technology in the US. And basically, they're doing this to, like I was saying, to cut down carbon emissions. Basically stuff like that, innit? And there's going to be billions put into tax credits and subsidies, all of this type of stuff to basically speed up the production of solar panels, wind turbines, and basically encourage the production of electric cars and things of that nature. So everyone's obviously trying to move away from the whole negative carbon emissions side of things, way of life, to the more environmentally friendly stuff. So obviously he's going to be going over there to discuss how they can work together in some capacity. But whilst also going there, he's going to be obviously talking about the war in Ukraine and the regulation of AI, which we've been obviously talking about in the studio for some weeks now. But obviously when I get more information on that, I shall let the people know. Next thing I want to talk about briefly is there's a scheme, the deposit return scheme in Scotland, and that's basically some recycling initiative, right? And it's been pushed back to October of 2025. And what it is that to boost the recycling rates and to reduce the amount of littering and all that type of stuff, what they were proposing is to charge 20p deposit on each single-use drinks container that is bought in the shop, right? Mm-hmm. But people are obviously thinking, if you do that now, that's going to be a problem for the small businesses, like the corner shops and things of that nature, right? Because like that means they're going to have to push up their prices. Again, this is what happens when these ministers don't understand economics. They just think, oh yeah, I'm just going to try and do this to protect the environment or do this, and they're not thinking about the implication of this like long term. So it's good that they kind of push this off. Obviously, I'm not saying, oh, let's just be crazy and litter the place, right? But there just needs to be more thought out ways to kind of curb this type of problem in the country. But anyway, long story short, the people saw sense in it, at least putting it off to October of 2025. Regarding jobs in the UK, it's emerged that May had the highest number of job seekers in 2.5 years. Basically, more people were made redundant, and the amount of people that were being hired for new jobs, that slowed up as well, man. This is according to a survey of like 400 UK recruitment and employment consultancies from KPMG and the Recruitment and Employment Confederation. At the same time, they're saying that the number of jobs for candidates to actually fill, so the amount of vacancies basically, fell for the third month in a row. So, yeah, it's not looking too great, is it? And wages still increased, but just at a slower pace than before. Obviously, cost of living and continuing shortages of skilled workers kind of drove prices up and things of that nature. So, yeah, it's not looking too great. But there's not much to talk about today. Last thing, again, is just a reminder to those out there who have black-owned businesses in the UK and about this scheme, which is put forward by Channel 4 and Lloyds Bank, where they're offering 5 black-owned businesses £100,000 each for free TV advertising, basically. So yeah, man, if that can help your business and you're interested, just type in Black in Business or just Google Black Businesses, Channel 4, Lloyds Bank, it will show up. Applications are open until June the 26th. And that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into woke or joke.
This the next headline, yeah, sad news, man. Trigger warning here of basically fires in a block of flats, and yeah, man, about 80 people were evacuated from a block of flats after a fire spread through 3 floors in South London. A witness reported seeing adults and children running from a 5-story building in Whitehorse Road in Croydon. Ambulance crews treated 1 man and 1 woman at the scene. Some 60 firefighters spent nearly 2 hours putting out the blaze, which started about 5 o'clock in the evening. And London Fire Brigade said that the cause was not yet known. 2 flats and 2 balconies on the first and the second floors of the building were destroyed by the fire, and most of the third floor flat and balcony were also damaged. The London Fire Brigade sent 8 engines to the scene, with police and ambulance crews also responding. The brigade said it received more than 40 calls about this same fire, with crews from Croydon, Woodside, Wallington, and surrounding fire stations all deployed to the scene. So it doesn't look like people died or anything like there were any casualties, like fatalities. So thank God for that. But
they're changing the cladding on my block, and I can't. Every time when I see it, it always makes me think of like that Grenfell and stuff like that. Because I'm thinking, is this like aesthetics or is this like a Grenfell thing or something? Like, I don't know.
I think since the Grenfell thing, they've had to basically look into a lot of buildings.
It's like, I know there's only so much they can do, but that was ages ago. This is my point. I'm thinking it's like.
No,
if it's aesthetics, then it's alright, cool. But if it's a Grenfell thing, it's like, right, you've only just got here now. And that was ages ago.
It just shows you how many things they've done badly, and so they have to rectify it. But there's a lot to rectify that they've only just got to you now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there are other blocks in the UK.
What?
The fact that it's a long time ago and it's only now gotten to you, I mean, I guess you would priority, but.
No, I just thought it would be working quicker. I just showing you that. I just thought it'd be working quicker. I don't want no priority. I'm just saying that was ages ago. I thought they would have got it ages ago. Like,
some people they probably won't get some people till next year.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of buildings and a lot of people that took contracts that they clearly didn't do what they were meant to do. It's wild.
Because it's not like every block I go past, I'm seeing cranes and cladding being changed.
Something in the air today.
All right, so our second,
Something in the
I
air.
love how you think your experience, your unique experience, is just the entire entirety of the UK.
That's what that matters.
Sounds about right. I'm brand.
all right, so our next headline takes us to Kenya. And we spoke about this Christian cult over there that was doing some nonsense, and they found bodies.
I think we'll have actually.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an update on that. Trigger warning, people. Kenya's interior minister says the government will convert the Shakahola forest, where more than 250 members of this Christian cult, died.
Was leader part of the 250 though?
No, I think he's on trial, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. Somebody by the name of Kithure Kindiki said once the recoveries of the bodies buried in the 800-acre forest was complete, the place will be turned into a place of remembrance so that the people don't forget what happened there. He said the government had enough evidence to prosecute the leader of the cult and the main suspect, Pastor Paul Mackenzie, for genocide after he allegedly convinced his followers to fast to death in order to go to heaven. Most of the victims, including children, died of starvation. Yeah, but some were, trigger warning people, some horrible stuff. But yeah, some people were strangled, beaten, suffocated. The minister spoke on Tuesday at the start of the third phase of the exhumation, when 9 more bodies were discovered. Since the operation started in April, 251 bodies have been recovered. 95 people have been rescued from the forest and 35 suspects arrested. Can you imagine? So when they would go in there to find these bodies, there was people waiting to die effectively.
That's
That
wild.
was just not eaten and would have just joined these other people.
I've got to go back to uni and study psychology. I find like cults fascinating. I joined like I find like the mind control fascinating. Like, how do you get there?
Yeah.
Because there's so many cults like this.
It's a shame because a lot of these leaders could have been brilliant in some other field, you know.
No, but that's the thing that they couldn't have,
Why?
because this is who they are. It's what they use their power for.
Yeah, of course they've used it for wrong, but like a lot of them, they've got the skills to like, you know what I mean, to motivate people, to inspire people, because they're talking and people are grabbing onto their every word.
It's crazy, man.
Nation Islam.
I didn't hear what you said. At all. I didn't hear what you said.
But we are actually, some people will think we are part of a cult.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
When you talk about mind control, people think that people who are religious are under mind control.
Yeah.
So
100%, yeah.
It's interesting.
it's just different
Cult.
varies. Yeah.
It's true. Last headline. I think everyone in the room might be happy with this, especially Margs, who's been waiting for some good weather.
The bank holiday. Oh.
High temperatures on Friday.
Ooh.
And this weekend.
Is it tomorrow?
Yes.
I ain't got plans
And this
for it.
weekend. Unfortunately, based on obviously this article is kind of geared at the risks of this. But obviously for the young people in the room, everyone's gonna be happy. But basically they're talking about how it's gonna affect over the 65s and those with pre-existing health conditions.
Why?
Potentially. I guess it's gonna be that hot.
What are we expecting?
Huh?
What is the weather like? What are we expecting? Like a 38 or something?
38.
What it?
Take that down by 10 degrees.
28.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna affect them. How did they cope last summer then?
I guess they're old, innit? And maybe because they're indoors, all that heat is just gonna keep them, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be too hot.
What happened to them last summer?
Some
It's been damn bad.
yeah.
It was 36 and stuff last summer.
Yeah. It's gonna get hotter. It's gonna get hotter as well.
I love it. Oh,
But
my
yeah.
season, honey.
What they're saying is Saturday is gonna be the warmest day. Forecasters are expecting it to reach 27 or 28 degrees, with a small chance of it hitting 29 degrees
Ooh.
in the north of London. Yeah, man. So the health agencies urge Londoners to check in on your family, your friends and neighbours who may be at higher risk of becoming unwell during the spell of hot weather.
If I get paid, I'll deliver water to all the old people.
Yes.
I get paid.
This might be predominantly for our white TDA listeners who, you know what I mean, can't take all the heat.
Get out of the kitchen. Joking.
But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into the reaction. Marks is juicy. You're being silly now.
I missed some of
There's drama
yesterday's
tonight.
one. I was watching some of yesterday's one, but that new girl is moving
new
a
girl.
bit strange.
Do you know what's mad? Basically, someone said how... Sorry, Love Island, by the way. someone said how the way she's moving is a representation of what the dating scene in London is like. Because there's a lot of girls were like, oh damn, is this how I sound?
Yeah, she's
'Cause
moving
it's very like your face with it.
in your face and that.
But it's
you're
meant to be
talking
drama
about?
today. Huh?
What you're talking about?
Love Island.
No, I hear that, but what scene? What happened?
So there's a black girl. There's a new girl that's just coming. A new black girl. Yeah, we've got 2 black girls. Oof. I'm both Nigerian.
Was it Whitney or something, innit?
Whitney, yeah, Whitney. So she, first of all, she's not playing because she promoted her big business 3 times on ITV for free, right?
Serious?
Yes. And
love
if you
it.
go on Instagram, every single picture, her business is tagged. She's a businesswoman. She's not playing, but she's very much like she doesn't. She's from South London, so she's just very to the point. Like she's like, I want this guy. This I'm going to talk to. She went on a date with Lil Andre, bless his heart. Young boy, he acts so young. He's gonna be out there fast. He can't handle it. But cause she's 25, he's 21, yeah. And the way that you can just tell that she's too much for him. You can tell. Do you know what I mean? Because she's very she's strong in who she is, and he's very quiet and shy or whatever. But basically, he wasn't talking to the Rishi, the East Asian girl. She just comes. She's like, Andre, do you want a part 2? Let's have a conversation. And it's like you can't do that. At least say excuse me, kind of thing. She didn't care for it. She's just very, very straight to the point. This is what I want. This is it. And then, oh my gosh, she was talking to Midi. That's the Arab guy. And he's talking about, she's like, oh, what's your type? He's talking about he likes brunettes. This is her. Well, I wear wigs. I don't know what you're here for. I said, you know what? Fair enough. That's how she is. She's just very there. But tonight, they do a challenge where they basically do the whole like, that kiss 3 people that you have high sexual tension with or whatever kind of thing. Molly's getting kissed left, right, and center. That white boy, the spicy white, who apparently is Snoochie's brother actually.
Yeah, Snoochie's brother, yeah.
Yeah. He is out here kissing, because you know he stole Catherine from Andre.
Yeah.
He's kissing Molly.
Is it?
Kissing Molly. And now Molly's man is thinking, excuse me, everyone knows me and Molly are kind of like, we're the couple, we're the mum and dad of the villa kind of thing. What's going on here? Molly gets lipped by like 3 guys. And they've all been acting like, oh, she's really cool, like, you know, laughing at the boy's face. And they're all kissing his girl the first chance they get. So now he's fuming. Because they're all very territorial very quickly.
It's only one day.
Bro!
Crazy.
And then what's it, Tyreek, he had to kiss Ella. He didn't have to, but he friend-zoned the blonde girl. The other blonde that was single.
Jess.
Yes. He friend-zoned her bad, man. No, bad.
Oh, is it?
He was like, I only see her as a friend. Like, I'll be honest, I would have cried. That's why I would have cried. There's no way I'm not crying in front of you. He's like, I only see you as a friend. He was like, sorry if I misled you, but that's all it is. But he was like, can we carry on? Because they've been flirting. Then he goes, can we carry on doing what we're doing? She said, no. You can't be flirting with me. You don't want to be with me. Then he went to Ella and was like, yeah, I told her, like, you know, like, sorry if I misled you or anything. Yeah, we've been flirting, blah, blah, blah. Then Ella was like, okay, like, it's good that you made it clear. Then he was like, oh, is there anyone else I need to make it clear to? And she was like, well, to me or to the villa? Then he's like, no, to you. And she's like, yeah, you can make it clear to me if you want to. So, but basically, because she was like to him, you can make it clear to me now if you want to, yeah? Obviously, lips me up. He tried to act like he's bad and tough. He's like, no, like, it was so pathetic. He was like, no, like, you know, whatever, Looked away, then he lips that. I said, stop trying to act like a man. You stop it. You ain't that. It was juicy though.
Oh, yeah, no. The recruitment team tried to they were eating jerk chicken.
Bro.
They tried to get spicy.
They're eating ayamashi and everything. Because you know what it is, yeah?
There's a lot of variation in it.
Whitney is actually Black Twitter. It's like they got like a Black Twitter rep and said, let's put her in the villa. There's a lot of representation.
The representation's better.
Diversity is wild.
The representation's better.
I'll be honest, it's giving... It's not giving Love Island. It's giving like
Jocelyn's Cabaret
Big
or
Brother
something.
with a hint of back chat. Like Geordie Shore or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like there's gonna be too much it's gonna be too much to handle. And I feel like they're gonna make us sick of it because every year we complain about diversity. They said here. And now end of the season we're gonna be telling them go back to where you used to be. And they would have won. They're gonna ITV might not be around, we don't know what's going on over there. But
That Catherine thing's clean though.
stunning.
Cool.
From Catherine, the other black one.
The black girl, yeah, the Irish one.
Yeah, she's the
But
best.
Irish black girls and like London blacks are so different. Because she's just like, you can just tell, it's just different, man.
Does she talk like them?
Who,
Yeah, she's got the Irish voice
yeah.
thing.
Sense is
Clean.
beautiful.
Serious?
7 you. Just love
What's
it.
the difference between the Irish black girls and the London black girls?
Irish black girls are calmer.
Oh.
They're just chilled. And London black girls are London girls. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just how they are. They're confident. Very like not like Catherine's not confident, but they let you know that I'm here. But the average girls are that kind of. But it was sweet though, because when she came, she's like, "Oh hey, my fellow sis," and I was like, "Black girls."
What
Black
does
girls
she want?
uniting.
Black man or a white man?
She said she don't mind. She said she don't mind vanilla, black, no vanilla, chocolate, blue, red. She said she's there for anything. But you know she just saying that because the producer told her, "Hey,
No, but if she grew up
be
in
yourself or stop it."
if she grew up in Ireland, she would have been.
Oh, I thought you meant Whitney. Sorry,
Oh, Whitney said that.
Whitney said that, and I said, "Girl, you know damn right what you like."
Oh, okay.
But Catherine's open. Well, remember she's with the white guy anyway. But I think Ireland girls, I can see that with them though. Like more diversity than maybe a London girl.
All right then.
But yeah, it's juicy.
Ireland's where it's at. Big up Bob Island. All right, let's read our reaction news. Shouts out to West Ham winning Europa Conference League.
You got West Ham, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
got West Ham.
Teams in London can win European stuff, man. That's big up them, man. I love them.
I mean, teams in London.
Huh? No, I never said that. I'm just saying.
You forgotten that Chelsea been winning European Cups for a while now.
Oh yeah, for real. Big up Chelsea, man. Chelsea, West Ham. Yeah, man. Teams. Yeah, man. European teams, man. What do you think? Big result, big game.
I didn't watch it, you know. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the highlights, but I saw Bowen scored the winner quite late on it.
Yeah, 90th minute,
Yeah.
slipped him through.
So I can imagine
one-on-one,
it was a dramatic
bearing down on
big-
goal.
big
Looked like
finale.
he kept his calm.
Yeah.
And he done that. That'd be a mad thing. You get
Yeah.
me? Yeah, man.
It's cool, but it's good for West Ham. Innit? Obviously, Conference League is kind of similar to like the Carabao Cup, and it's not really a major trophy, so I can't really get that excited for it. But West Ham are. I think this is kind of West Ham's level. I reckon they can probably do well in Europa. 'Cause that's what I mean.
They've been playing in Europa anyway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they've been playing
Yeah.
Europa the last couple of seasons. That they've been doing Europa, so
Yeah.
they're cool.
Conference League is. It's right. Innit?
What they do? I mean,
Your Conference League, Carabao Cups, like meaty trophies, isn't it?
yeah, no, I heard that. But
Yeah.
imagine teams who ain't won nothing talking about winners. You have to respect the winners. Respect
Yeah.
champions who had a trophy party.
Hey, but yeah.
The winners of the League Cup had a trophy party. The winners of the FA Cup had a trophy party. The winners of the Europa League had a trophy party. This is a trophy party, so you only winners know about that. So I can understand why you're diminishing the experience and playing it down because you can't even relate. But obviously, I've had a trophy party this year, so I want to big them up, respect what they done.
Big up the Europa League winners. Big up the Conference League winners, man. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, Carabao Cup winners. Big up the Carabao Cup, man. You know what I mean? Good on you. Good on you, son. Oh, Carabao.
That was in the Europa.
Sorry, Conference League. I
Yeah,
mean.
to denigrate that is.
Sorry, Conference League. Yeah. When was this introduced? Like last season? Season before?
This is the second season. Who won it last year? Roma or something?
Something like that. Yeah, Romo. I remember Jose got a tattoo because he's won Champions League, Europa, and the Conference. So he got all three tattooed on his.
Elite. That's football heritage, man. It's eliteness.
Well, hopefully you guys can win it sometime soon. Then, if that's what you're thinking.
What, the conference?
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't need that. We got the treble on that, man. We don't need that. It'll be.
Well, you said it's elite, so if it's elite, then you should go for it.
He's won every cup. He's won every cup in Europe. That's eliteness.
It's talking about Jose's eliteness. Oh, I thought you meant the competition.
No, I'm talking about Jose. That's eliteness.
No, obviously, I'm trying to discern what you because obviously you're talking like
He's won
like,
every European
Carabao.
every European competition he's entered. He's
I
won
ain't
it.
talking about Jose. I'm talking
That's what I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about United.
No, but United.
Yeah.
What
As
was
in,
it?
I thought you were saying that conference is elite because obviously you think Carabao's elite. So I was thinking, oh, how you judge trophies has changed now since you won the Carabao Cup, innit?
No, I don't think there's a Europa Conference League. Obviously, it's a new thing. It's the third tier title in Europe, but it is still Europe. You know what I'm trying to say? That
Yeah.
so it's European teams. It's different to a domestic cup because you've got to go travel different places and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's to be laughed at. I think it's a bigger achievement than finishing second.
Nah, definitely not.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, let's get into Real Madrid agreed deal for Bellingham. Well, winners win, innit? Losers lose. So I don't know. You either win or you lose. Because when out of the 20 teams in the league, there's only one winner. Everybody else is a loser. And obviously we've got consolation prizes, innit? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So obviously we got our consolation prizes going to Europe and stuff like that. And then you have to go and look at the next winners. And these are one of them. So, and user ain't. So,
Big up the Carabao Cup, man. Brent, give him some horns for the Carabao Cup.
not just
man.
Carabao Cup, all the winners. All the winners. Everybody who won.
Take your praise, man.
Everybody
big up
who,
the
not
Carabao
just,
Cup.
Well, I don't want to big up the Carabao.
Big up
I want to
Carabao Cup, man.
I want to big up every
Nah.
club who won.
More
something.
horns. Confetti. Come on. Carabao Cup, man.
Yeah.
That's what that sound like.
Every cup. Big up every team that won
Why have
something,
you
man.
got fairy sounds on
Top
there?
tier trophy in the UK, man. Carabao Cup. Let's
Big
go.
up every team that won something, man. Yeah, man.
go.
Big up every team that won something because, yeah, man. You know who nearly got there as well? Playoff final, nearly got there. You know who nearly done it as well? Coventry. They're like, you know who nearly done it? Coventry nearly done it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Coventry nearly got promotion. They nearly won something too.
Okay.
Coventry nearly won something. Big up Coventry too. Yeah.
Arsenal, Coventry, Sunderland.
Yeah.
Dortmund. Horns for Dortmund. Almost won the league. Almost. Dortmund. Big up Dortmund, man. Big up
Yeah,
Dortmund.
Arsenal and Dortmund for real. Put Arsenal and Dortmund are actually on the same flow. But anyway, Real Madrid agree a deal for Bellingham. That's where we're at now. You get me? Real Madrid have agreed to sign England midfielder Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund for an initial fee of 88.5 million. Dortmund say the figure for Bellingham could surpass 115 with add-ons, and making him the most expensive British player ever at the age of just 19. The German club, whose website crashed when they released the news, seemed to confirm Bellingham will sign a 6-year deal at the Bernabeu in their statement.
That's so interesting. Like, what do you think they're going to be doing this transfer window?
Who?
Madrid, man.
I mean, they're doing it, man.
They need attackers, isn't it? They need a replacement for Benzema. Then they need another someone for Asensio, who's gone as well. Hazard's gone, but Hazard didn't play anyway. So, but they definitely need to get two attackers in.
How long has Modric got left?
Probably about 1 season, 2 seasons max. I probably think he's probably gone after next season.
If you watch Modric play, his legs ain't going nowhere. Still quick. And
Legs ain't going?
The way he moves, he looks like he could play. The way Modric plays, he moves like he could do that till he's 30.
But I'm telling you that Saudi offer's coming in for him soon.
Oh, so yeah.
100%. 100%. I'm seeing rumours that Arsenal are interested in Kai Havertz.
Okay.
Brent, what's your thoughts on that? No?
No,
Not for you?
nah,
Havertz is good, man.
that's nice. I mean, when there were rumors that Arsenal were in for Mount, you're like, ooh, that's nice. And now you guys are in for Mount. I don't want Mount,
That's cool.
but you all want Mount.
We got Mount.
To be honest, I did hear why you wanted Mount, because he's a shoe-in for Rice. One says he got Mount.
No, I said I'll take Mount because he's a good squad player. I don't think he improves our 11. I think he improves our team. I've got ambitions of my team getting better. And this is why Arsenal fans are idiots, because whether he's been your starting lineup, why wouldn't you take a Mason Mount? He would improve your team. So you don't need him. You don't want him. But it's all right. That's neither here nor there. We'll take him. It's cool. In other news, Sheikh Jassim submits 5th improved bid to buy a club from the Glazer family. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani is understood to have submitted a 5th improved bid for Manchester United this week. The club announced in November that the board was exploring strategic alternatives to enhance the club's growth, with a full sell, one option being considered. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim both publicly confirmed initial offers in February, and the latter is understood to have this week made a 5th bid to acquire United. The offer remains for 100% of the club, and those involved in Sheikh Jassim's bid have indicated this will be the final bid. It's got a take it or leave it offer. What other news we got? Josh Taylor wary of Teofimo Lopez. Spies ahead of the super lightweight world title fight. So Josh Taylor is determined to stop Teofimo Lopez from spying on his final training session as he aims to deliver a humiliating defeat on the Brooklyn man in their world title fight. Scotland's WBO super lightweight champion defends his title against Lopez in the early hours of Sunday morning at Madison Square Garden in New York, live on Sky Sports. Cameras have been banned from Taylor's training base in the city as the champion fears that footage could be passed on to the hometown favourite. He's from just over the water, Brooklyn Bridge, so I don't want any sneakies in here having a sneak peek and spying, Taylor told Sky Sports. We've turned the cameras down. It's one of those things where you trust no one. They've been very accommodating and welcomed us with open arms, but we just don't trust anyone and don't want the open door. And our last bit of sports news, former NFL
Wait, hold on
player.
1 second. You skipped over Messi.
We said that yesterday that Messi's going into Miami.
Oh, no, but it's in today's thing.
He
Isn't it?
picks and chooses what he wants to read.
It was right there after Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham.
Because I told them yesterday Messi's going to Inter Milan.
I didn't hear that.
Miami.
I wasn't hearing it. That's why.
Did I? I swear I did. I swear we did.
Can't remember, you know.
No, but it wasn't announced while you were recording yesterday. It was announced yesterday evening. So how would you know?
So what did we tell them? He was going Saudi. We spoke about Messi.
Yeah.
It was
Saudi, though.
No, it wasn't announced. No, Messi being
This is confirmation, yeah.
that announcement of Inter Miami happened last night.
Yeah.
So what did we tell them about Messi?
The Saudi offer.
The Saudi offer. we
Saudi
spoke
offer,
about.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
His face was so screwed up.
Why?
That's what your face was like, as though what you were saying was legit.
No, but you see how when it was clarified what he then told him about Messi, he kind of loosened up. His muscles loosened up a little bit.
Yeah, but that's because he got pushed back. He doesn't normally get pushed back.
No, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I thought we spoke about him. But if it wasn't about this announcement here, then fair enough. I'm gonna have to be wrong.
What's normally put in the document is Emmanuel's done his job in it. So
That's not true. There's bare times I've been reading it.
questioning-
That's
you
not.
questioning
That is
Y'all don't bring
not
Emmanuel
true.
into
you
it.
question
That is
Emmanuel's
thank you.
job.
that is not
bring me
not
into it.
true.
Just getting
That is
strays.
not true.
He's
That
busy,
is
you know.
not
Just getting
true.
strays, sending
That is
strays to
not
your fellow
true.
Hackney boy.
That is not true.
Mothers!
There's bare times I read this spec and there's old stories in there. Pure times I read this deck and there's old stories in the day before in there.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a lie.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
So
a
you
lie.
did a good job, okay?
Thank you.
Nah, man.
Damn.
There's bare times I read these stories.
Okay,
in
babes.
there. Furthermore, you don't say nothing when I ignore them. Should I just start
To be
reading
fair,
everything that's
yeah.
there? When I ignore all the old shit, you don't say nothing. So allow it.
Not us having domestics on live on air. Anyway, Brett, this is all you, by the way. This is your fault.
100%.
I just hope you're aware.
It's not domestics. It doesn't matter. I like the shit. There's nothing don't change. As long as I lead the segment, I'm gonna do it how I see fit. So it don't matter what we say or what gets done or whatever.
Said I'm reading what I'm reading.
I'm gonna read what I read, and that's it.
Period.
Period.
That was the quietest ever.
Oh dear.
But sorry, people. Messi accepted the offer to Inter Miami.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's our thoughts on that?
Nah.
Good
Former
move,
NFL
bad move. What are you saying? What are you saying? Good move, bad move? Do you reckon that was the right move for him? Do you reckon he was with Saudi, maybe Barca? Or was Inter Miami the right choice? What are we saying, Brett?
Inter Miami is a big move. He's got shares in Apple and he's got shares in Adidas and all
Yeah.
that. It's a big thing.
Who's got shares?
Messi.
Okay.
Yeah, that contract's serious. Probably like what I don't know. He probably remember that. That's like everyone thought Beckham was crazy, but Beckham got such a cold deal. Like
It's what the contract gives him shares in.
he's got future future earnings of the Adidas MLS stuff. So the MLS deal that anything that the MLS team earned from Adidas, whatever, he's got future earnings of that. And there's some kind of Apple thing that he's got a share of that as well. People was thinking that how did they even manage to put together a deal for Messi? You get me? But it's like when Beckham signed it, he had like you get me. So yeah, no, pick up him, man. He's old, man. It don't mean nothing.
I'm even questioning, is Messi at the stage where, obviously I know he's 35, but is his days done playing at the top level? I thought he might have had at least a year left at the top level. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He got 20 goals and 20 assists last year, so I mean, he could play. It's Messi. He could play.
I know, but I'm just surprised he chose Inter Miami right now.
Go get your money, man. He's done it all. He just won the World Cup. What's he got to prove?
No, it's not about proving anything. It's just about, carrying on playing at elite level for a bit longer. I'm just surprised at the move, innit?
I don't know, man. He was in a farmers league, man. He was just in France with flipping Neymar and Mbappe in the same team and that. Like, he ain't pushing himself. What level? Like, it doesn't even. Like, he's not. What's he been doing over there? The league's crap. Anyway, like, so. I mean, I don't know.
Move on, man. You've got bare disdain in your face, bro. Let's go. I don't understand what's going on right now.
Disdain.
This is bare like. Go on, move on.
Because Messi's finished, man. His career's over now. He's not that guy. Ronaldo's not that guy. He's good at top level. Where do you want him to go? Bayern and do what?
I get it, man.
Go get your money, Messi, man. That's what it is. And in our last piece of news is former NFL player Travis Rudolph found not guilty of murder. Do you remember this story?
I saw that.
Remember we played it? You remember the woman that The girlfriend that told her brothers to go shoot him up.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that was the
was that last
guy.
week?
Yeah, I think it
last
was.
week,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I was happy,
news.
man.
Well, he bust the case.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
You just get some horns, Brent.
100%.
Please. That's good.
Yeah, you seen him on IG Live moving like some killer on her.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen all this.
What do you mean move like a killer?
Playing little Dirk songs and all that. Like, we killed your friends, killed it up so you ain't gonna slide.
Is this
all
post
that.
court? After he was done, after he wasn't convicted guilty?
Yeah, he's busted cases
Oh,
on
stop
IG
it.
Live flexing.
They can appeal. Don't do that.
Black
and you're giving them
people, man.
evidence for the appeal. It's ridiculous.
Well, I can't remember what Dirk tune it was playing, but I know it's kind of ops and thing in the lyrics. You get me? I know it talk about smoking your brethren and not doing nothing and them kind of things. You get me? So yeah, he's outside. He's free. He did that.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
But it was in self-defense, innit? He ain't never saying he ain't never murdered nobody. He said he had reason to do it.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
So big up to him, man. Fair play to him. Yeah, he bust the case. I need to read that story. Let's get into that out here. You know what? I need to keep track of what I've read here. Nepotism. Did I read to you about the Did I tell you about the drug leader, the man who got caught putting bringing all that cocaine in through Birmingham and that £135 million heroin, cocaine,
Oh, no.
ketamine. Did I read?
I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
I don't think so.
Asking, are we?
That sound like a question.
I wasn't in for a few days. I'm not too sure.
Well,
Oh, dear.
here to let you know that is this nepotism? Is that what it's called? Because this guy, this guy sounds like he's one of the biggest drug dealers in the country. Like his empire was different. You get me? He's just living a luxury lifestyle. You get me? Trips to Dubai, Ferrari, Rolexes, like all of these things and all that. Yeah, he's living life. But you see, this man's mum. She's part of like Staffordshire Police and Crime Commissioner team and all that. Like, she's way up there. She's way up there in the police and all that. Like, I feel like she's big people. I'm saying, was she involved in all of this? How could he live a lavish lifestyle, yeah? Like flaunt it, like be flexing and be around the family and the family don't know where you're coming from. And then your mum works in the police, yeah? And that's like typical drug dealer stuff. Like no one ain't questioning this. Like, I think the mum, oh my God, I thought they got her. I think the mum needs to be charged. She's allowed this to go on under her nose, isn't it?
Nah, but I'm sorry, but when I'm with my son, I'm not at work.
Huh?
I'm off the clock.
Yeah, but he was balling
must
out
have
of
known.
control. 130 million, Ferraris and that. All right, cool. If you're the police commissioner, yeah, and you work hard for your money, yeah, and your son's got a Ferrari, don't you know how he got his Ferrari? Or how do you not know how he got his Ferrari?
What?
LV shades. He just looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, but as a typical parent, do you really know how your kids get the stuff there?
If you're a police commissioner, yeah, ain't it your duty to check? Ain't your duty to check that there's no crime going underneath your nose?
No, because you're in my business. No.
Not really.
You think it's cool that the police commissioner's son is a kingpin drug person?
It's
No,
not
it's not
cool
cool, but
that-
are you trying to pin it on her and say she's at fault?
Your
Is she
kids
not
should
in-
get arrested.
Is she not involved or something? There's something
No.
going on here.
Is it? Okay, forget it.
Do you think she could have hid it? Like, as in, do you think he could have hid it from her?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you know how many-
Obviously, he did.
100 and something million.
Do you know
though.
how many
Like,
criminals-
He's that big.
No, but if he's not even under his mum's roof, if
Yeah.
he wasn't even under his mum's roof, that's one thing. If he's not living with her, why would she know all the details about his life?
How many things have we done in our life that our mums don't know about?
Wait,
Yeah, but
I live under my
Yeah.
mum's
It's not-
roof,
it's not a career- it's
and
not
there's
a
things I do
career,
she don't know.
I hear you, but
If you've got a lavish lifestyle that's funded and he doesn't have no career, so to speak of, yeah, how come that doesn't get questioned?
But I think that he would tell her that
yeah, but she might have questioned it, but he might obviously he lied to her, innit?
Come on, Brent.
she lied.
I'm sure his mum asked him how he was able to purchase this and the third, but he lied.
You probably just
I got
said
on
some
lease.
businesses, innit?
He lied.
Go on, Brent.
I think there are two versions of this, right? So we talked about Schofield yesterday, the lies, and how it's impossible for the crew that he worked with not to have known, right?
The inner circle.
Yeah, 100%. Now, she is high up in the police system, right? He obviously doesn't live with her.
Okay, yeah.
And she probably may not even know what his Instagram is. So she may not even be seeing
The lifestyle.
the type of lifestyle he's living. And he may, every time it is he comes over to the to have a family dinner or whatever, he may not be flashed up like that. Or what does he actually do for a living? What's his career? Because whatever he does, maybe she's looking at him and thinking, yeah, that's all right. Maybe they're from wealthy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do believe that you can look at this and say, if it's 135 million and she's in the police, this could be some line of duty type of thing. I understand that. But I also understand, maybe she did know. Maybe she really didn't know.
This is an international drug ring.
Maybe she knew and
Colombia,
just turned the blind eye because it was her son.
Yeah, it's possible.
You don't think she helped him tip off?
It's possible.
It's possible too.
I think she done it all. He was running a furniture removal firm.
That's big business.
Do you
Though.
know how many big fences we removed?
Yeah, you said that
big
like it was,
business.
he's a dustbin man or something.
What?
You said it like, there's no way he can have a Rolex.
Like it's
for
a
that.
mediocre
I
job.
swear, Loons has a Rolex.
What's that mean? Luz ain't got a job.
And that speaks to his point.
So we know that he got it through nefarious ways. So
Allegedly, guys.
So what are you saying?
Allegedly, like-
So you just proved my point. So that means
To be honest, you're right. Touche, 100% touche. But it could be a gift. It could be a gift.
Yeah, it could have gone that verse.
I mean,
He did
No,
one.
but I thought you were saying if
That's
Luz
exactly what I was saying.
if Luz can get a Rolex without having a
That's
job,
exactly what I was saying.
I'm sure he can get a Rolex being a furniture removal guy.
That's not indicative
Rolexes.
of him being
Yeah.
a drug dealer or peddler.
Not a peddler.
I don't know. If he's removing furniture every day, how's he living that lavish lifestyle? I
own
know
the
people.
company.
I know a man who owned
Own the vans.
I know a man who owned the.
You see, this you do
Do you?
it
Or you
again.
just making it up?
You did it again.
You didn't know,
Your
man.
unique experience.
You
You
knew
think
man.
it just canvases everything.
Oh, you know, okay, cool. Yeah, but his business might not have been flourishing like this man's business.
That's true.
Yeah.
His is successful.
Huh? No, my brother was doing all right for himself.
That was it.
But he never had no Rarri and things.
Yeah,
You
but
get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but the Rarri.
Yeah, but that don't mean that he couldn't afford it. That's just not his lifestyle choices that he's making. you know?
Rarri.
I think his mum's helped him get a leg up in this, and I think she needs to be looked at. You get me? I think there's some type of deception. I told you this is nepotism, drug dealing. Yeah, he's got connects in all the Euro ports and Colombia and all this kind of stuff. Like this is, but he's moving sofas and that. Come on, man. The family know. Someone knows. This is bait. I don't understand why you're protecting her. The police. This is the police doing wrong again.
I can see that side of the story, to be fair. But
She's white also. She did it.
so hold on, who's the recipient here or done that? Her or her son?
I'm onto the woman. She's a police commissioner. I'm not onto the drug dealer.
Okay, cool. Should your mum be blamed for the stuff that you've allegedly done?
If she was a police commissioner, yes.
Yes.
And if she facilitated the behavior.
Yes. If
Yeah,
you're
but
a police commissioner.
but we're alleging that she facilitated it.
Yeah, we were using the art of deduction.
Right.
Chances are,
Wait, but wouldn't you give the mum ratings for helping her son do that kind of stuff, though? Really?
I don't like Babylon.
Oh, because she's Babylon. So if she wasn't Babylon, you'd be cool with it.
Yeah, it should be correct.
Okay, cool.
Be a mother's love.
Be a mother's love.
She's not really Babylon if
Oh,
this is
there
what
you
she's
go.
doing.
Yeah, she's not really Babylon then. If she's crooked cop,
This is
basically.
it, man.
She probably
She's
locked
a
out
bent.
some black
She's
people.
bent.
Maybe.
But what?
She probably locked out some black people.
Are you not saying this down here is undeserved?
I thought you would like this kind of activity.
To be honest, yeah.
I thought this would be right up your street. To be fair, a crooked cop, a crooked police commissioner is helping her son smuggle drugs. Sounds like Snowfall to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, if you want to give him that out here, you give him that out here.
Yeah, I'm giving them down here because I'm not a police sympathizer. So she needs to go down. She needs to go down.
Ooh.
Don't make a scene. He's seen that happen before.
I ain't seen it
No,
smash
but
into
it smashed
pieces
though.
before.
Oh, it's smashed.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I've ever seen anything breaking here.
What is it?
It's the bamboo
Oh, the
tree.
plant. Are you holding the plant like this rag? Like
It's dead. He killed it.
White man is out here again.
Why the camera not on him though?
I'm 10:30 is what it is that man said he wanted to get out, and he's
I need to get out at 10:30. I got a shoot at 11.
yeah. It wasn't a scene.
All right, well, they want me to revoke the done at air. I don't think I'm revoking it. I think she's done at air. Yeah, she's taking a piss. Yeah.
Not the drug deal. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, that-
What?
She's done out here, not the drug dealer. Not the guy who was actually convicted of a crime.
It's cost of living.
All right.
Let's get into it. Let's get into our actual.
As you can tell, there's something in the air in this room today. But thank you for tuning in, as you guys always do. Like the video before you come out of it, please. Share it, drop in your group chats, post on your timeline, do all that great stuff. Put people on to a great show. If you have any dilemmas, you can send them into 075 648 It is Sis, What Would You Do Tomorrow? So get that in. Follow us on our social media platforms as well, the day after TNB. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. But don't forget, like the video. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Tomorrow.